Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com. Suffered an injury at the hands of another? Fighting to receive Social Security disability benefits? Under stress, wondering how your bills will be paid and if justice will be served? Let the staff at Kenneth P. Hicks Attorneys at Law help. Ken Hicks, trusted lawyer in Huntington, has earned his reputation by representing clients for nearly 3 decades, serving West Virginia, Ohio, and Kentucky. Call today for your free consultation. 304-525-3201. Kenneth P. Hicks Attorneys at Law. Let their experience be your guide. A proud Spring Valley High School supporter.
This is Chad Lovejoy, currently serving you in the West Virginia House of Delegates. It's been the honor of a lifetime to serve part of Wayne County and Charleston for the past 5 years. I've tried to be a strong voice for the communities of Westmoreland and Spring Valley, which are amazing places in West Virginia to live, work, and raise a family. Next spring, this
service at a price you can afford. Bulldog Graphics, your home for custom embroidery, banners, signs, and much more. And they now offer officially licensed Marshall University apparel. Contact the team at Bulldog Graphics at 304-908-1811 or visit them on Facebook. And always, Bulldog Graphics says, go Wolves!
Rocky Knob Farm in Pritchard, West Virginia is proud to support the Spring Valley Timberwolves football team this year. You know what they say, if it ain't Rocky Knob, it ain't corn on the cob. Rocky Knob Farm, Jason and Tabitha say, go Timberwolves.
The Timberwolves play here.
Presented by Marshall Orthopedics.
On your 927 and 985, The Planet Rocks.
Welcome back to pregame activity down on the planet. It is Spring Valley, number 8 in Class AAA versus number 1 in Class AAA, making the long trip from the eastern panhandle of West Virginia. The Martinsburg Bulldogs with us. Brad Dingus, head coach of the Timberwolves. Brad, before we get into maybe talk a little bit about last week's game, tonight is a much-anticipated game. Timberwolves fans, Bulldog fans, an exciting evening.
Yeah. Anytime you host the number 1 team in the state coming into your place, that's a big deal. But, given the past, I think it's our 5th meeting in the last 6 years, 3 of them in the state championship, and it's been a long time since Martinsburg had to make the trip down here to the Huntington area.
Yeah.
We're just excited to host them and give the fans in this community a good football game tonight.
Well, let's look a little bit at last week's game, a 21-0 shutout win over the Fairmont Senior Polar Bears. And Brad, that team, despite their record, was a lot better than the record indicates. They gave your club a really solid effort against them, and pretty good defensive team. And but you were able to come out on top.
Yeah, I don't think people realize how good of a win that was for us. If they can find a way to get in the playoffs, it would not shock me one bit if they don't win AA. Mm-hmm. And they've been putting up a lot of points all year. Our defense played really well to get a shutout, and we made enough plays on offense to get the win. And they had a lot of kids back from that team last year that beat us. So it was a really big win for us.
Yeah, and they throw a lot at you. We kind of talked about that going into the game last week, but so a good quality win, and again, hopefully Timberwolves fans realize, as you said, how good a win that is. Well, let's talk about tonight. We've all seen Martinsburg over the years against the Timberwolves, and we know what they offer. They've had a coaching change. Of course, going into last year, it really hasn't made a difference. They still have high-quality athletes. They still, to me, they run a really, on both sides of the ball, Brad, they run a really complicated systems. They really challenge their opponents on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, on defense, you got to defend the whole field. They do a good job at getting the ball all over the place. They're athletes. A little sophomore quarterback from him, he does a great job of running the football. They got agents who can throw it. That's tough with the two quarterback system. You almost got to prepare for two different separate offenses, and then on defense, they just man you up and bring everybody. And they're always bringing one or two more that you could block. So if you do throw the ball, you've got to get it out early. If you do run it, it's got to be something quick. There's not a whole lot of reading type plays out of the shotgun, which were more this year. So it creates some issues. But what gets overlooked, I think, a lot with them is their special teams. In their 9 ball games, I think they've got one big special team play in every one of them, whether they blocked a kick, a field goal, or got an onside kick or something. So we're going to have to be sharp on all 3 phases of the game if we want to have a shot to win this.
Yeah, it's interesting you bring that up. Coach Brett Sherman, read a few comments from him, and basically they have the attitude that they are not afraid at any time in any part of the game, not just at the end of a game, to onside kick you, to mess with you in the kicking game or in the special teams game. I mean, all 3 phases, you got to be paying attention.
Yeah, I think last week in their first 5 kickoffs, they onside kicked 4 times. So, and it's going to be tricky tonight. I mean, with the playing conditions the way they are, and the rain and mud, some of these onside kicks might not bounce. I don't think anything's going to bounce tonight. So,
yeah,
it's just going to stick. So, the big key, I think, coming in is taking care of the football. If whoever doesn't turn it over, it's hard to figure out how this thing's going to play out as far as field conditions. But it's going to I think whoever makes the biggest plays early before it gets too messy might end up winning this thing.
Exactly. Well, we're going to let you go, expecting a big game tonight, excited about it. I think everyone in Timberwolves Nation's excited about it, and best of luck tonight, and we'll just see what happens. Good luck, Brad.
All righty, thanks. Go Wolves.
Brad Ding is head coach of the Spring Valley Timberwolves. More pregame activity coming up next on The Planet.
Suffered an injury at the hands of another, fighting to receive Social Security disability benefits? Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com. Suffered an injury at the hands of another, fighting to receive Social Security disability benefits? Under stress, wondering how your bills will be paid and if justice will be served? Let the staff at Kenneth P. Hicks Attorneys at Law help. Ken Hicks, trusted lawyer in Huntington, has earned his reputation by representing clients for nearly 3 decades, serving West Virginia, Ohio, and Kentucky. Call today for your free consultation, 304-525-3201. Kenneth P. Hicks Attorneys at Law. Let their experience be your guide. A proud Spring Valley High School supporter.
This is Chad Lovejoy, currently serving you in the West Virginia House of Delegates. It's been the honor of a lifetime to serve part of Wayne County and Charleston for the past 5 years. I've tried to be a strong voice for the communities of Westmoreland and Spring Valley, which are amazing places in West Virginia to live, work, and raise a family. Next spring, this House district will expand to include Cerrito and Canova, West Virginia's most livable small town and West Virginia's gateway to the West. I've consistently focused my service on our working families, local businesses, public schools, and our first responders. I've stood with our teachers and service personnel, police officers, EMTs, and firefighters, all serving on the front lines. I humbly ask for your vote for me, Chad Lovejoy, to return to the House of Delegates and use this experience for our entire region. Best of luck to the Timberwolves in today's game as we show what it really means to be Spring Valley strong.
Paid for by Lovejoy for House.
The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. And by the way, tell them...
Return to the House of Delegates and use this experience for our entire region. Best of luck to the Timberwolves in today's game as we show what it really means to be Spring Valley strong.
Paid for by Lovejoy for House.
When others treat your fries as an afterthought, all you're left...
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
Den, Matt Perry, Mike Myers, Bill Cornwell, and engineer Lenny Sundel back at Planet Studios. Valley has descended the mountain. Hell's Bells has rang through the holler, and Spring Valley and Martinsburg are at midfield waiting a coin toss. Mike, we have a couple of minutes before we kick this bad boy off, but a lot to talk about. First things first, the undefeated Martinsburg Bulldogs, the two-headed monster at quarterback.
Yeah, this is the team that we've looked forward to all season long. You know, this is the one that we circled on the schedule whenever it released earlier in the summer. You know, this is the game of the year right here. This is the game to watch in West Virginia tonight.
Bill, the eyes of not only the local area but the entire state on the Wolves' Den tonight.
Yeah, this is a spotlight game, obviously. When you're the last team to beat the Martinsburg Bulldogs, you get a lot of attention. And the fact that this is kind of a rematch of that game is something special. So, and I'll guarantee you there's a lot of guys wearing that orange and black and white on the other side of the field that remember and were stung by that Spring Valley win last year up in Berkeley County. And that's on their minds tonight. They want to get a little bit of revenge, guys.
Martinsburg led by, the aforementioned two-headed monster of Ezra Badgett and Murphy Clement. They've combined for 30 touchdown passes throughout the air, not to mention their leading rusher just happens to be one of their quarterbacks, Murphy Clement.
This is an absolutely terrifying combination in the backfield for the Bulldogs. Something that Spring Valley defense is going to have to tee on early, and hopefully they've prepared for both aspects of this in the preceding week.
Not to be overlooked, though, Spring Valley has their own cadre of playmakers led by quarterback Dalton Fouch with 25 touchdowns. Quite arguably, even though the season's not over yet, he has had the most productive season of any Spring Valley quarterback.
You know, we said it early, he was an untested quarterback coming into the season, but he has proven that he has been absolutely phenomenal. He has been a true, on-field leader. He's the real deal, man.
Bill, Martinsburg hasn't struggled with hardly anyone this year, and that's status quo. They've had a couple of close games.
Yeah, and of course, when you're talking close games, what, 2-touchdown margin?
Yeah,
that's close for them.
They went up to Riverside, Ohio, which is near Lake Erie, and they won by, I think, 14 points.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably their closest game, but Spring Valley is accustomed to giving them the biggest fights. And so that's what Spring Valley's going to have to do tonight. Keep it close, keep within striking distance.
Keep it close. I always talk about starting fast. I was working on a story today about Marshall FIU game, talking about starting fast. Spring Valley needs to start fast. And now they're going to be kicking off to the Bulldogs to start the game. So all of a sudden the onus is on the defense for Spring Valley. See if they can make an impact right off the bat.
Spring Valley's defense is unheralded at times, but one of the best in the state, especially coming off a shutout over the defending AA champion Fairmont Senior Polar Bears last week. Landon Mosser up to kick. It is a short pooch that is going to be called for a fair catch and taken at the 26-yard line, and that is where the Bulldogs will take over to begin this heavyweight matchup between AAA powers in West Virginia.
That was actually quarterback Murphy Clement that made that fair catch.
I don't know if we can even pigeonhole him as a one position with all over the stat sheet. I saw him.
Exactly.
Ezra Badgett will start at quarterback for the Bulldogs. Shotgun formation with a tight end and 3 wide. It is a student body right to the running back. Decent running room, but Spring Valley pursues well. Will stop him for a 2-yard gain, the 2nd and 8 for the Bulldogs.
It's like Ty Bartram comes right up and makes a nice play, limits the damage to only a couple of yards.
They substitute out one of their tight ends and go to 4 wide. 10 package for Martinsburg with 1 running back. Play action fake, looking deep, throws deep down the left sideline. Nice pass and catch there by the Bulldogs. Catch there, Roman Pearson on a nice back shoulder throw by Badgett. Now I see why he has so many passing yards.
Yeah, exactly. You saw there that not bad coverage that time by Ben Turner, but because of the shortness of the throw, he kind of runs himself out of the play, and they're able to complete.
That puts the Bulldogs into Spring Valley territory at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10. Badgett in the shotgun. Trips to the near side, 1 wide receiver to the far. Badgett takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Tripped up before he can get to the 40. It'll be a gain of 2. The run by Murphy Clement, 2nd down.
Looks like he slipped a little as he got into the hole.
Spring Valley looking like they've shifted up their defense a little bit. They're back to that 3-man front with 3 linebackers.
Badgett in the shotgun with Murphy Clement to his left. Drops. Throws a hitch pattern that is complete. Nice little bubble screen type throw. That will be a 1st down for the Bulldogs to Roman Pearson once again. That's his 2nd catch on this drive.
It's simple play, guys. It's just a little bit of a screen. You can get bodies in front, and Spring Valley had a kind of a problem finding them before they could make a tackle.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Spring Valley 30-yard line. Badgett in the shotgun. They move to trips to the near side. Takes the snap, hands it off to Clement. Clement takes away 1 tackle. He's up to the 20 and the 15, inside the 10. That's going to be a gain of 21 yards inside the 10-yard line. And the Bulldogs have it 1st and goal, actually giving 23 at the 7-yard line.
Clement showing some great speed there.
But this one's coming to get, guys.
Oh, a flag on the play is holding against the Bulldogs. A big break there for the Timberwolves. Makes it 1st and 20 now for Martinsburg.
That explains all that room. Now Spring Valley has to take advantage of this. They're putting the Bulldogs behind schedule, behind the sticks. They've got to take advantage. It ends up only being about a 5-yard penalty because the hold was downfield.
Yeah, so I apologize. It will not be 1st and 20. It will be 1st and 14 as the hold took place downfield. Badgett throws a bubble screen once again complete. Blockers out in front, but Spring Valley pursues well this time. The catch is Jacob Barrick. Ty Bartram on the tackle, 2nd and 8 now, so they get their penalty yardage back, and that's about it.
Guys, it is so important that you be sure on your tackles because that's the way their offense is designed. It's simple, but they put a lot of pressure on the defense to make a play.
Badgett Clement in the backfield, takes the snap, hands it to Clement, hit in the backfield and dropped. Cody Shaw sticks it in there, and it is a tackle for loss. Shy has been an absolute revelation this year. That's a tackle for loss of 2, 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Those are the kind of plays that Spring Valley's defense are going to have to get tonight. Relying heavily on their linebackers to step up and make those plays.
First big play of the game, 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Spring Valley 31-yard line. We're inside of 9 minutes in the first quarter and scoreless. Badgett in the shotgun. We have an early whistle.
Don't know if it was an equipment issue or what, but they made Murphy Clement leave the field.
Yes, they did. So Badgett in the shotgun. Spring Valley shifts their defensive line. 4 down linemen now on this play. Badgett still barking orders. Spring Valley showing blitz. They do not blitz. They drop into coverage. Thrown. Incomplete. Nearly picked off by Jace Caldwell, but it is incomplete. 4th and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Caldwell fully extended there, had it in the tips of his fingers, but couldn't get enough of a grip on it to bring it down.
We know this is strength against strength, Mike. We didn't have a lot of time in the pregame to talk about it, but this is the strength of Spring Valley's team, the defense. See if they can stop the Bulldogs on 4th and 10. Badgett in the shotgun, 3 wide. They bring in a tight end. Single running back, drops to pass, looking, throws it over the top, and it is complete for a touchdown.
Did he steal that ball? Because looked to me like Spring Valley had a chance to make that play.
So they signal touchdown. I apologize for the delay. It was a jump ball that was caught by the Bulldogs. 6-0 Martinsburg.
Wow. That is a killer for Spring Valley after getting to that 4th down.
On 4th and 10, Martinsburg has one of those unique setups on their point after touchdowns. They have trips to each side and the kick unit in. 3 down linemen. Their holder is Hudson Clement. Snap back. Kick is up. And the kick is good with 8:21 to go after a 31-yard touchdown pass. Martinsburg leads Spring Valley 7-0. We'll be back on your...
Suffered an injury at the hands of another? Fighting to receive Social Security disability benefits? Under stress, wondering how your bills will be paid and if justice will be served? Let the staff at Kenneth P. Hicks Attorneys at Law help. Ken Hicks, trusted lawyer in Huntington, has earned his reputation by representing clients for nearly 3 decades, serving West Virginia, Ohio, and Kentucky. Call today for your free consultation. 304-525-3201. Kenneth P. Hicks Attorneys at Law. Let their experience be your guide. A proud Spring Valley High School supporter. Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
This is Spring Valley High School football, presented by Marshall Orthopedics on your 927 and 985. The Planet rocks.
On 4th and 10, the Martinsburg Bulldogs hit a bomb and a 31-yard touchdown pass. Puts them ahead of the Timberwolves, 7-0. 8:21 to go here in the first quarter. Matt Perry, Mike Myers, Bill Cornwell, and engineer Lenny Sundle back at Planet Studios. The Bulldogs kick a pooch kick far side that Spring Valley will call and take for a fair catch at the 30. Mike, those types of plays, that's what changes a game on a dime. Spring Valley was looking to get off the field, and unfortunately they allowed a receiver to get over the top.
It's really an opportunity that Spring Valley really isn't going to have a chance to get back, because with a high-powered offense like Martinsburg, every single play is critical.
Now it'd be advantageous for Spring Valley to chew up some clock, maybe shorten the game, but they need to score, obviously, if you do chew up clock.
Fouch in the shotgun, 4 wide. Handoff to Caldwell, gain of 1, 2nd down.
That play showed that Spring Valley is going to have to be a little stronger, a little more decisive blocking on the edges, because there's so much quickness on this defense for Martinsburg that they're going to be constantly firing in on run plays.
Martinsburg, no safeties back. Drops to pass, looking, overthrown his receiver to Turner. That'll be 3rd and long now.
That was kind of a nervous throw that time by
legitimate.
Timberwolves,
Yep.
and that was certainly not what we're used to seeing, and a little too fast, a little too high.
Legitimately, Mike, they have 9 guys in the box.
They do.
Yeah, Martinsburg is stacking the box. They've got 5 down linemen. One end that's playing kind of upright, maybe a linebacker that's actually coming up.
Fouch dropping. Throws off his back foot to a wide open receiver, and he hits Dalton Caldwell at the 40. Makes a man miss at the 35, and he's tackled from behind at the 32-yard line. There's the big play. No safety help, and that is what it can lead to.
They made Martinsburg pay for that no safety situation, just a complete busted coverage. They let the receiver go downfield. No one was accountable for him. And it's almost like a slam dunk play for the Spring Valley offense.
Mike, usually you don't want your quarterback throwing off his back foot, but that was the right play by Fouch. Get rid of the ball. He was under pressure. Beautiful throw.
Yeah, kind of a coach's kind of nightmare there because you congratulate the good throw, but,
Screen pass out to Bartram. Bartram catches it up to the 30, 25. Runs over a couple of Martinsburg defenders. He'll be short of the first down, but not by much. Second and short for the Wolves.
That touchdown pass for Martinsburg kind of shifted the momentum a little bit, but now it seems Spring Valley's rebounded, get a little bit of momentum back in their favor.
We talked about with Brad Dingus on record and privately, he really believes that Spring Valley is just as fast as Martinsburg, and right now I believe
last week.
Yeah, I believe him. There's a lot of speed.
There's a lot of speed, definitely on the field tonight, both ways.
Fouch in the shotgun, trips to the near side. Takes the snap, design quarterback keeper. It's close. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and inches now as Fouch was tripped up in the backfield. Yep, they give him a yard, 3rd and short.
That was big Ernest Hendricks making that stop. That's a guy who is a stud defensive player, quick, big guy, can cause a lot of havoc.
That defensive line for Martinsburg, there was a lot of beef there.
They check in their fullback. Cody Shy comes in for the big formation. They'll stay in a shotgun, though, but they're running a wildcat. Bartram in at quarterback, Fouch in at wide receiver. Brings a motion man in. It's a designed keeper by Bartram, but a flag down. I believe Spring Valley had an illegal formation. It will be a first down unless this goes against the Wolves.
Yeah, it is against the Timberwolves. It is a legal procedure. I saw side judge John Dennison making the call, so that's going to back the Timberwolves 5 yards.
So from 3rd and inches to 3rd and a long 5, a short 6, that's a big difference. So 3rd and 6 now for the Timberwolves at the 26-yard line of the Bulldogs. 4-down territory, obviously.
We talked about before the game, Martinsburg has got a lot of trick plays in their playbook. Seems like Spring Valley's bringing out a few tonight, too.
Well, Bartram at quarterback, especially on a wildcat keeper, that sounds like a good combination to me. It looks like they're going to do it again. Bartram keeps it. Off tackle. He's fighting forward. He will be stopped short of the first down marker. It's a minimal gain. It looks like it's going to be about 4th and 3 for the Timberwolves.
So another big 4th down play coming. Obviously, Martinsburg converted theirs into 6 points. We'll see what Spring Valley can do.
.450 to go in the first quarter. Martinsburg leads by a touchdown. Spring Valley driving. 4th and 3 at the 24-yard line of the Bulldogs. Spring Valley is forced to take a timeout, and we'll stay right here, though. It'll be a short one. Mike, they tried to draw the Bulldogs off sides. It didn't work. Now, what play you going to on 4th and 3 here?
Put me on the spot, Matt. I would almost say possibly a bubble screen to Corbin Page or Ty Bartram. Possibly, if you go to Bartram, have Page blocking. I think they're going to have trouble doing anything in between the tackles running. So maybe even a jet sweep to Bartram, but if it were me, bubble screen.
Well, Bartram was actually in the Wildcat again on that last play, so there's let's see if maybe Spring Valley changes its tactic here, but they were going with Bartram in the quarterback slot again.
Well, Bartram can throw. It's not like it's one-dimensional when he does that,
no.
But obviously Fouch is your starting quarterback.
And Fouch is back at quarterback. They've got Bartram wide left.
Page is isolated on the far side, trips to the near side with Turner as the slot receiver. One back to protect. It's Jace Caldwell. 4th and 3. Fouch takes the snap, rolls out near side, sets his shoulders, throws across the middle, complete, and it's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ty Bartram and the Timberwolves. What a throw by Dalton Fouch.
Boy, was he not cool under pressure, Matt. I mean, there was all kinds of traffic around him, although he wasn't pressured that much. But he took his time and made a solid throw for the score.
That's a 25-yard strike. We'll see if Mosser can add the point-after touchdown.
Yeah, Matt, we talked about in pregame how Fouch had really developed as a quarterback, and that showed right there.
Snap is low, handled great by Turner, and the kick is good with 4:30 to go in the first quarter. Spring Valley ties it up on a 25-yard touchdown pass from Fouch to Bartram. 7-all. We'll be back on your home of Timberwolves football, 927 and 985, The Planet Rocks.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com. An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Rock Station 927 and 985, The Planet Rocks.
Welcome back to the Wolves Den. Matt Perry, Mike Myers, Bill Cornwell, and engineer Lenny Sundel back at Planet Studios. Spring Valley has tied it up at 7. 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. The ensuing kickoff is taken at the 25 up to the 30 and 35. Nice wedge for the Bulldogs, making a couple of men miss, and he has a lane down the left sideline. Across midfield up to the 40. Caught from behind. That would be Hudson Clement on the return. A great return well into Spring Valley territory, and Martinsburg has a short field.
Just like Coach Jenga said in the pregame interview, the Bulldogs are a threat in all 3 phases of the game tonight. And they showed it right there.
And Spring Valley did a good job not only kicking the ball high, but a little deeper than they've been doing it on those pooch kicks. But again, they didn't do a very good job of getting down there and getting some initial contact with the returner, and he just kind of found his way.
What's huge on the kickoff team is keeping your lanes, as they call it, and they over-pursued, and the cutback was wide open. Martinsburg. His offense takes over at the Spring Valley 28. Badgett in the shotgun. He's been the quarterback through the first 2 drives. Snap is back. He has all day in the pocket. He throws it deep down the middle of the field, and it's knocked away incomplete. Nice defensive effort there by number 6, Jace Caldwell. It'll be second down.
Again, these are the kind of defensive plays that Spring Valley is going to have to do all night long. That secondary is going to have quite a work tonight.
And right now, Spring Valley's only centered about 2 or 3 guys rushing quarterback, so big-time pressure on those guys deep.
All right, new quarterback time. Murphy Clement checks in at quarterback. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Clement, the leading rusher on this Bulldog team, but we have a flag before the start of the play. Offsides on Martinsburg.
Yeah, somebody lined up offside for them.
So 4:11 to go here in the first quarter. Each team has scored on their opening drives. It's 7-all. The wide receiver lined up offsides from the looks of the replay here next to me. Clement. Design zone read. He has a huge running lane. He's going to get the penalty yardage back and then some. Be third down and short.
Boy, he did a nice job reading his blocking. He had guys coming inside blocking. He just kind of followed the guys doing the job, and pretty solid gain for them.
A gain of 12, 3rd and 3 for the Bulldogs at the Spring Valley 21-yard line. Clement looking at his play sheet on his wrist. They stack it up. This is a run-heavy offense now. And they throw out of it, but we have a stoppage and another illegal procedure. They had two guys moving at once, I believe. I saw a shift on the near side, and there was movement on the far side. So that makes it a little bit more difficult for the Bulldogs. It's 3rd and 8 now at the Spring Valley 26.
Boy, Coach Brett Sherman cannot be happy with the number of yellow flags coming out early in this game. I mean, it's a tie game, but this time of year, you just don't want to see those mistakes made.
Mike, it's been fun so far. 2 touchdowns on 4th down conversions. 3rd and 8 now for the Bulldogs at the Spring Valley 26-yard line. Clement in at quarterback. Takes the snap. Play action fake. Under pressure. But he rolls to the far side, throws across the middle, and incomplete. Dropped by Roman Pearson. 4th down for the Bulldogs. That was a lucky break by the Timberwolves. He was open.
Finally, some good pressure by Spring Valley, but unfortunately, the mobility of the quarterback caused the Timberwolves some difficulty there. But here we go again, 4th and long.
The last 4th down conversion was a touchdown for the Bulldogs. 4th and 9 at the Spring Valley 26-yard line. Clement is the quarterback. Dingus wants to talk about it. He'll take a timeout. We'll stay right here. It'll be a short one. So we got 3:09 to go here on your home of Spring Valley Timberwolves football. WCMI-FM, Catlettsburg, 927 and 985. We are so appreciative of you joining us. Matt Perry, Mike Myers, Bill Cornwell, and engineer Lenny Sundle back at Planet Studios. Bill, you talked about it. This is going to be a huge play.
Yeah, I mean, Spring Valley, again, we talked about it. The last play got some pressure. They just got to, just like on the kickoff return, and that last play, you've got to not overrun your pursuit. You've got to kind of shut the door and not let these guys scramble their way to big plays.
Talk about keys to the game. One of the keys that we have, unfortunately we didn't get to it in the opening pregame, get off the field on 3rd down. Well, Spring Valley's been successful on 3rd, but they've allowed Martinsburg 1 for 1 on 4th down. And we are back. Spring Valley back onto the field. Martinsburg about to break their huddle. 4th and 9 at the 26-yard line of the Timberwolves.
I think Spring Valley staying in that 3-man defensive front.
Clement stays in at quarterback. Spring Valley's going to play a zone, looks like. We'll see if they bring linebacker pressure or not. Excuse me, it's not Clement. Drops back to pass. Under pressure. Hit. In the grasp. Gets rid of it. And he throws it out of bounds. Looking for flags. There are none. Turnover on down. Spring Valley takes over.
Well, if you're a Spring Valley fan, you got to be happy that 4th down wasn't converted. But, man, when you get the guy in your grasp, you got to get him down. You cannot let Martinsburg keep these plays alive.
Cole Petrie applied the pressure and forced the throw out of bounds. I had no chance to complete it. That was Badgett that was back in at quarterback. So Spring Valley turns Martinsburg over, and it's 7-all, and they take over at their own 26.
By the way, if that name is familiar, yes, this is the brother of Tyson Badgett, who, of course, was the great Martinsburg quarterback that faced the Timberwolves a couple of times in championship games. Now playing nearby to Martinsburg with the Shepherd Rams.
Fouch in the shotgun, 4 wide. 4-4 defense by the Bulldogs. Fouch throws another bomb near side, and it is incomplete, in and out of the hands of Ty Bartram. Good defense by number 11, there for the Bulldogs. That will be Roman Pearson. And number 1, Cyrod Musgrove.
Yeah, you had a little traffic jam there between Bartram and also Dalton Caldwell there in the same territory, and that brought 2 defenders and good defensive play by Martinsburg.
Mike, it kind of shocks me how much Martinsburg relies on their defensive line to get pressure. There is zero help. It is man-to-man.
It is kind of strange, you know, especially with an offense that is as pass-heavy as Spring Valley has been this year. Having no safety help over the top can be very detrimental.
Drops back to pass. A nice job by the offensive line, but Fouch is forced to scramble, and he slips on the muddy field. Really, that's kind of what I'd like to call a coverage sack. He had time to throw, just unfortunately no place to go.
If he could have kept his foot, he did have a little room to run. He could have at least got back to the line of scrimmage, but the slip dooms that play.
So now it's 3rd and 18 for the Timberwolves at their own 18-yard line.
Not exactly a position you'd want to be in, especially given the team that you're up against here. It's like Martinsburg lining up again with no safety help.
They're bringing the house. Fouch decides to keep it on a zone read. He's up to the 20, and he will gain 4, but it's 4th and 14, excuse me. Brad Dingus thinking discretion is the better part of valor there, not wanting to turn the ball over, hoping he can get a good punt off. Number 3, Hudson Clement is the return man around midfield, and Crosby Short is the Spring Valley punter.
Crosby needs to get a long one off here, and then they need to cover it.
Clement had a great return on the last kickoff. Good snap. Mediocre kick. It's a low line drive taken at the 50. Clement up to the 40. 35, or not just short of the 35, excuse me. He'll be tackled at the 36-yard line.
And a late flag. Must have been a little bit of contact, maybe late blocks, or see what the call is from Kenny Hand. By the way, this is a local crew, or River City's officials crew doing the game tonight.
Personal foul on the Timberwolves. I just watched the replay. It was obvious. So the Timberwolves make the first mental mistake of the night, and it's going to give Martinsburg the ball in the red zone. Simply cannot make those types of mistakes.
At least it'll be put it close to the red zone, guys. I think it'll be on the 22. And that is where it's going.
Good call, Bill. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Badgett, the quarterback, with the backup quarterback, Murphy Clement, to his left. Trips to the far side, a single wide receiver to the near side. Badgett throws a hitch that is complete, but pursued well by the Timberwolves as long as they can get the young man down. And he fumbles the ball, and it is recovered by the Spring Valley Timberwolves. A huge defensive play. Martinsburg has the ball in the red zone, and they turn it over.
The fumble was by Jacob Barrick.
Yeah, fellas, this is going to be a game of momentum all night long, and Spring Valley lost it a little bit ago with that turnover on the punt, especially with the penalty. But to get that fumble recovery now shifts right back in their favor.
1:10 to go in the first quarter. Spring Valley and Martinsburg are tied at 7. As Mike said, it's been a game of ebb and flows. Each team has a 4th down touchdown conversion, and each team has made a big mistake. Fouch in the shotgun. Design quarterback keeper. He'll fight forward for maybe 2 yards, 2nd and 8.
Seems to be a running trend this season, unfortunately. Between the tackles, Spring Valley hasn't been all that successful.
Ben Turner checks in for the Wolves. Brings the play to Fouch. 19 seconds on the play clock, 40 on the game.
At this point, the field guys, you might get a little conservative in your play calling. You don't want to maybe put too much in the air and take a risk of getting picked off.
4 wide for the Wolves. Fouch drops, looking, throws a hitch complete to Caldwell. Caldwell stiff arms a man across the 25. He fights forward to the 30, and he has the Timberwolves first down. Great second effort and yards after the catch by Dalton Caldwell.
Yes, Martinsburg secondary, they are playing a man with no safety help over the top, and they're given a little bit of a cushion to the Spring Valley receivers. Could give an opportunity to hit those flats and those hitch routes.
Nice play design and nice catch by Dalton Caldwell. At the end of 1, Spring Valley and Martinsburg are tied at 7. We'll be back on your home of Timberwolves football, 927 and 985, the Planet Rocks.
This is Chad Lovejoy, currently serving you in the West Virginia House of Delegates. It's been the honor of a lifetime to serve part of Wayne County and Charleston for the past 5 years. I've tried to be a strong voice for the communities of Westmoreland and Spring Valley, which are amazing places in West Virginia to live, work, and raise a family. Next spring, this House district will expand to include Cerrito and Canova, West Virginia's most livable small town and West Virginia's gateway to the West. I've consistently focused my service on our working families, local businesses, public schools, and our first responders. I've stood with our teachers and service personnel, police officers, EMTs, and firefighters, all serving on the front lines. I humbly ask for your vote for me, Chad Lovejoy, to return to the House of Delegates and use this experience for our entire region. Best of luck to the Timberwolves in today's game as we show what it really means to be Spring Valley strong.
Paid for by Lovejoy for House.
Welcome back to the Wolves Den. Matt Perry, Mike Myers, Bill Cornwell, and engineer Lenny Sundle back at Planet Studios. It is all tied up at 7, and Spring Valley has the ball 1st and 10 at their own 30 as the Wayne County champions Cerrito Canova Wonders are being recognized at the 25-yard line, led by head coach Perry Marone and assistant coach Mick Osborne. The Wonders undefeated in 2 straight seasons.
44-0 win last night at Vincent in the championship game over Fort Gay Middle. 5 county championships in 6 years for the Wonders.
Fouch and the Timberwolves in the shotgun. Those Wonders will be Wolves next year. Fouch drops to pass, has a good pocket, throws it deep to Page, and he completes it. Completed to Corbin Page up to the 35-yard line, first down.
There's a flag down.
Well, it was probably because he was absolutely mauled before he caught it.
Nice adjustment, Corbin Page.
Mike, I would like credit for calling that in the commercial break.
You absolutely did.
And all of a sudden,
too bad I didn't say it on the air.
Guys, with that play, Spring Valley can kind of dictate to the Martinsburg defense. I mean, the playbook's open now that you're back in Bulldog territory.
Spring Valley keeps it 4 wide with Page on an island by himself. Caldwell next to Fouch in the backfield. That's Jace in the backfield. Dalton is the wide receiver near side. Puts Jace in motion. Swing pass that is complete and caught. Nice blocking downfield by the Spring Valley receivers. Will bring it up to the 28-yard line. A gain of 7, 2nd and short for the Wolves.
Spring Valley firing on all cylinders here on offense to start the second.
You realize that Spring Valley's kind of taken a page out of the Martinsburg playbook here. They're kind of making Martinsburg starting to chase them. You know, spread the field, use all of the field with your offensive plays.
Now they're going to put Page in the trip setup. Looks like if I was a guessing man, you're going to try to throw a bubble screen here to Bartram in the slot. Fouch takes the snap. I was wrong. It's a quarterback keeper for a first down and more. Fouch makes a man miss inside the 20. 1st and 10 inside the red zone. He showed some quickness on that play, Bill.
I'm going to say he had some wheels on that one. That was a quick play. Good timing. You know, he didn't hesitate. He just went forward.
Now, you know, we love those Wayne County sayings. My papa used to call that when we were watching SEC football on Saturday afternoons, the okey doke. That was the okey doke. Trips to the far side. Fouch in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Bubble screen to Turner. Turner has running room inside the 10. Makes a man miss inside the 5. It should be a first down.
Boy, nice blocking on the edge by Corbin Page. He did a good job of watching his hands, not getting outside the frame. A nice setup for that play.
First and goal for the Wolves inside the 5. Waiting for the official placement. It's the 3. 10:27 to go in the first half. Spring Valley and Martinsburg are tied, and Spring Valley is knocking on that door.
Again, to mention on Bill's statement there, Corbin Page getting his hands up right as he was in jeopardy of maybe getting a hold call. Good mindset on the man.
Power pistol, 2 backs in the backfield. Fouch brings a man in motion, keeps it, lead blocks over the left tackle. He is short. He'll gain 2. Second and goal at the 1.
I thought we were going to get one of those plays we're seeing a lot now in both college and pro, where you get a bunch of linemen behind and just start pushing. Pretty close there, but
the old Reggie Bush play.
Positive, yeah, the Reggie Bush play. Positive yards.
It is second and goal at the 1. I think the Wolves' den might explode if this one goes in the end zone. It is filled in quite nicely. I think a couple of people missed the memo of the 7 o'clock kick, but it's filled in quite nicely.
Exactly.
Power pistol once again. Caldwell. That time it's kept once again, and it is a loss on the play. Bartram went in. Excuse me, I said Caldwell. It was Bartram in on the Wildcat.
Cam Chalice was the guy for Martinsburg that had great penetration, got in the backfield, and tripped up Bartram. Now it looks like we got an injured player for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, we have an injured Bulldog, so we'll step aside on 927 The Planet Rocks.
West Virginia is proud to
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
Reggie Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Let's switch movies.
Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here.
Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler. Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
Number 70, Aiden Fleming. He leaves with the help of his athletic trainers. We hope the young man recovers. Looked like a leg injury. Third and goal now for the Timberwolves. And it looks like they a loss of 2, so it's going to be about third and goal from the 3.5, somewhere around there.
They're basically back to where they started this set of downs.
Power pistol once again. Fouch takes the snap, throws the jump ball far side to Turner, missed him. Incomplete.
Didn't get the timing right on that one.
Not a miscommunication, mistiming between the two. It looked like Turner had a step. And I think Spring Valley's not even going to mess with the field goal team.
Yeah, Turner ran a little quarter pattern there and just getting.
8:48 to go in the first half. Spring Valley and Martinsburg tied at 7. Spring Valley fourth and goal at the 4.
Golden opportunity here, guys. You just don't want to waste it after having a first and goal at the 3.
You're tempted to go for the field goal, but the way I look at it, if you don't get it, Martinsburg's at their side their own 5. Fouch in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Under pressure. Scrambles. Throws. Overshot his receiver. It would have been a magnificent catch by Bartram. Incomplete. Martinsburg takes over.
Yeah, Bartram was a target. Dalton Caldwell was wide open in the middle of the end zone, and probably just not able to see him there as we saw a scramble play.
In Fouch's defense, it was against his body, so he would have to have changed his entire shoulder alignment.
Yep.
And So just unfortunately didn't work out for the Wolves. It's 1st and 10 now for the Bulldogs at their own 4.
In Martinsburg, they got 97 yards to try to score, so let's see if Spring Valley can keep them pinned.
Mike, are you on the same wavelength with me? It's you go for it there? Because the field goal is
absolutely.
You're not going to beat Martinsburg with a field goal.
No, you go for it.
Spring Valley, though, giving away free yards now. They jump off sides. It'll be 1st and 5 for the Bulldogs up to the 9-yard line.
Probably a cadence penalty there. The old hut. It draws many guys offside.
Gives Martinsburg a little bit more breathing room.
Unique formation that we haven't seen by Martinsburg. They do the power pistol off tackle. Trying to see if it's Clement or Badgett. It is Clement. He'll gain the 5 needed, 1st down.
Yeah, about 90% of the time, if it's a quarterback run play, it's going to be Clement. Badgett is more of the thrower, but Clement he can do it both ways.
A lot of games that the Wolves and Wolves fans need to be paying attention to for playoff seeding. University number 5 leads number 14 Morgantown 13-0. The rest of the games have just kicked off.
As they call that one up in Morgantown as the Mohawk Bowl.
Clement with 2 running backs in the shotgun. Clement, play action pass, and he'll keep it though. He actually faked the pass, so wrong wording by me. I apologize. It's a gain of 2, 2nd down.
Cody Shy. Sharp play for him to prevent a bigger gain.
They're going to give him an extra yard there, so it's 2nd and 7.
Could have been worse. Believe me, he had a lot of room.
The AA heavyweight fight tonight. Herbert Hoover leads number 1 Polka 14-0.
Two good football teams right here.
Clement, they've moved out to trips now with a standing tail to his left. Takes the snap, design keeper by Clement, hit in the backfield and dropped.
Cody Shy.
Shy gets him, and so does number 57. Connor McCann, there's no way he gained a yard. It's going to be no gain.
Yep.
3rd and 7. 7 minutes to go here in the first half. We're tied at 7.
You kind of wonder how long has it been since Martinsburg's been tied at this point in a game? Maybe not this season.
This time last year.
last year's Spring Valley game.
Good call, Mike.
Mike for the win.
Clement, shotgun, 4 wide, 2 to each side. Takes the snap. Thrown. Tipped up in the air and incomplete. That was Badgett. You're going to have to bear with me on that. They changed quarterbacks so much. So I apologize, but it's 4th down. Now we're going to see what Martinsburg's going to do. Well, 4th and 7 at their own 18, and there's not a punt team in sight.
There's not.
Kind of have to wonder if Martinsburg actually has a punt team.
Let me see their stats.
I will say this. This is a team that is so, I think, believing in their defense that they don't care if they might turn the ball over here. They think they can still stop Spring Valley.
Martinsburg's going for it. Badgett in the shotgun, twin wide receivers to each side, and their lineman moved early. It's going to be 4th and 11.
Now, you got a punt now. I mean, you got a 4th and 11 deep in your territory. I'm sorry, Coach Sherman. That's kind of stupid to go for it and hand your opponent possibly prime real estate.
We'll see what they do.
They're keeping the offense out
I
there.
see no special teams, so Spring Valley is going to be the onus is on the Timberwolves to make them regret that decision.
Maybe they do a quarterback quick kick. I don't know. We'll see.
Martinsburg, it will be a quarterback quick kick, but Spring Valley's going to get great field position out of it. It's going to roll to the 49 of Martinsburg, and that's where they'll take over.
Why did I call that earlier in the year, the Doc Holliday play?
The Doc Holliday.
Doc Holliday loved that play.
We're going to step aside on 927 of Planet Rocks.
You need screen printed merchandise for your organization.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with
Is your place to go for quality service at a price.
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
Fouch in the shotgun, drops to pass, thrown, out pattern, complete to Bartram. Bartram hit from behind by Clement. A nice open field tackle that stopped the Spring Valley Timberwolves from getting the first down.
Once again, great confidence by Fouch there, making that connection. That time, the timing was there for successful play.
All right, if you're just joining us, Spring Valley did run a play. I know the radio side just came back. It's 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line. 6 minutes to go. Spring Valley driving, trying to take the lead before halftime. Trips to the far side. Fouch in the shotgun. Waiting for the snap. Design keeper. Fouch has a decent gain. It'll be 3rd and short. He looks like he has running room, but it just shows how good the Martinsburg defensive line is, because those holes close and close quickly.
They're collapsing on the ball as soon as they get those reads on the run.
It has been one of the most exciting 7-7 first halves I've ever called in a radio booth. Both teams trading punches back and forth. We're 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. And Matt Perry, Bill Cornwell, Mike Myers, and engineer Lenny Sundel back at the Planet. Spring Valley, big play here. 3rd and 2 at the Martinsburg 40. Fouch in the shotgun. Takes the snap, dropping to throw, under pressure, throws, incomplete. Had Dalton Caldwell, but Fouch did not have time to get his feet under him. So now a big decision for Coach Dingus.
Yeah, Coach Dingus. Now, what do you do? They haven't put Crosby out there. Crosby short.
Big shout out to Amy Kaiser and everybody at the world-famous Canova Pumpkin House listening to us loud and proud at the Pumpkin House. Go Wolves.
I bet there's many a funnel cake being sold there right now, and other I know people that actually will go there and just like have their dinner and all the vending spots there to go to the Pumpkin House.
I could go for a funnel cake right now.
Shotgun, trips to the far side. Fouch and the Wolves going for it. Design keeper, Fouch dances. He's not going to make it. Turnover on downs. Martinsburg takes over with a chance to score before the end of the first half. 5 minutes to go. They're at their own 41.
For the quickness and the talent of the Martinsburg defense is just amazing there, because I mean, you had plenty of bodies blocking, and we're used to seeing those plays break for Spring Valley. Not a chance there. It was plugged up.
The line for Martinsburg quickly turned into a cloud as they swallowed up Fouch.
Badgett. Play action fake. Under pressure. How did he get away from that sack? Now he's under pressure again. Face mask. So it will be completed for a first down. What a bonkers play. Completed to Roman Pearson. We're going to have a face mask on the quarterback.
Yeah, that was where you're just kind of swinging and trying to make something happen. Frustrating play for Spring Valley, though, because, I mean, you got him down. You've got to put him down. And, you know, they kind of wiggled around and broke free. I was wondering for a while if referee Kenny Hand was going to call that play dead, because it almost looked to me like a knee was down.
Face mask on Martinsburg.
Are they saying somebody on the line face
mask?
No,
he messed it. Yeah.
Okay.
He pointed the wrong way. I'm like, whoa. It's a face mask on the Wolves. I thought maybe there was an outside chance for offsetting penalty there or something. I had no idea.
Well, they got the first down one way or the other on. So this is going to put the ball.
Should be
into, well, it's going to put it in Spring Valley territory for sure.
They were going to decline the penalty, and it will be first and 10. They have marked it at the 43-yard line of the Timberwolves.
That's right. Although we're still talking about it.
If that is how it stands, it's a 15-yard reception by Pearson. But we are still discussing just where the ball should be put.
Not entirely sure what the confusion here is. It's pretty obvious to just take the play and decline the penalty.
Well, it's not a dead ball personal foul. Prove me, or correct me if I'm wrong. But it's not like you add this on.
It was in the play.
Yeah, it's not like you add it on.
It's not a dead ball.
Yeah.
Well, but now they are attacking that penalty on to the gain. So this is going to take the ball inside the 30.
Yep.
That's not how that works.
And I can tell on the Spring Valley sideline, they're just asking, what just happened?
Badgett and the Bulldogs inside the 30. Now we have another whistle because the back judge is like, wait, is this how it's supposed to go?
We better pull out the rule book, guys.
You know what? Next year I'm going to go to the officiating class, not to officiate, just so I know what's going on in the booth better. Because I respect the heck out of all officials. It's a thankless job, but sometimes I'm up here like I have no idea what is going on.
You made a good point. You know, it wasn't a dead ball. So, I mean, are you going to take the penalty or are you going to take the play? And basically, the results were the same yardage-wise. You know what? I think they may be moving the ball back now.
It's 15 yards from the spot of the foul.
Or you take the gain, which was 17.
Right. You do not tack the face mask did not happen.
Back, guys.
Good. Okay, so they got the call somewhat right?
Well, they moved the ball back 5 yards.
That's still not right. I promise you.
And now we're going to talk more about it. Yeah, these, this is a veteran crew with Kenny Hand's crew, but this one's one that's kind of a mystery.
Yeah.
Now they put the ball back to the 28.
Now is a perfect time to tell you that you're listening to Spring Valley Timberwolves football on WCMI FM Catlettsburg, 927 and 985 The Planet.
Yeah. Well,
there's your station ID.
Well, I think we're going to stick with what we got because I think Kenny Hand's getting ready to put the ball back into play.
Yeah, that was inappropriately marked off. Unless they change the type of call. Badgett in the shotgun, regardless. 4.5 or 4:50 to go in the first half. Badgett, student body right, but it's a fake halfback pass that is complete for a touchdown. Clement to Clement. Martinsburg takes the lead.
And Kendon Kazee was in coverage on that play. He had not a clue that ball was heading toward him and the guy he was covering. Not a clue. He never looked for the ball.
Murphy to Hudson Clement for the touchdown.
Yeah. And, of course, that's the danger when you have both quarterbacks in the backfield that you can run that type of play. You never know who's going to trigger.
Joseph Apaya on for the point after touchdown, and it is good. A 31-yard touchdown pass from the Clement brothers gives Martinsburg the 7-point lead with 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll be right back on your home of Timberwolves football, 927 The Planet.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
For KINDRED Communications, this is home. When other broadcasting companies went nationwide, we stayed home.
This is home. This is home.
This is home.
6 radio stations broadcasting on 9 signals across 3 states. For KINDRED Communications,
this
is home.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
Spring Valley football now. More rock.
Martinsburg answers back with a 96-yard touchdown drive capped by a 31-yard touchdown pass from Murphy Clement to Hudson Clement. And Martinsburg leads Spring Valley 14-7, 4 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the first half. Apaya, place kicker. It is an onside kick that looks to be handled by the Timberwolves, so they'll get the ball at midfield.
Yeah, Martinsburg very accustomed to kicking onside kicks. You have to assume that Brad Dingus and his staff worked on the onside recoveries all week long.
Corbin Page handled that one, guys, and there were skill position guys all in the front there. They were ready for that because knowing what Martinsburg likes to do. Short field here, can Spring Valley take advantage?
So I just got a great text from a buddy of mine. He says in high school football, and this is from the rule book, the 15-yard for twisting, pulling, or yanking will be enforced from the end of the run.
Well, there you go.
Fouch in the shotgun, trips to the near side, drops back, looking to throw, throws it deep to Page. Page catches it inside the 20, first down, Timberwolves.
Another big play by Page. Tell you what, you almost feel sorry for Martinsburg's Murphy Clement in defense because he physically cannot match up with Corbin Page when Corbin takes it deep. There's no way.
Now, the last time Spring Valley was in the red zone, they turned it over on downs. Spring Valley has to score here to tie the ball game up. Fouch breaks the huddle. They'll stay in the shotgun. Jace Caldwell to his left, trips to the far side. Page single covered, near side. Takes the snap, throws it to Page. Page caught inside the 5.
Once again, it's Clement trying to cover him. Second and short coming up, guys, to see the Spring Valley not stagnate as they did on the last series, getting deep. Can't afford any negative plays.
Same formation. Fouch in the shotgun. Design keeper for Fouch. He'll be short. Now, Spring Valley can get a first down. It is third and short. They need about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be about a 3rd and 2. Good, solid 2.
Yes, they do need the 2-yard line. 3rd and 2 from the 4. We're inside of 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Cody Shaw checks in. Here comes the fullback. It used to be you wouldn't worry about short yardage plays. It's just so different how this team is made up.
Exactly, yeah. You just put helmet on helmet and go forward.
Power shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Hands it to Caldwell. Caldwell looking for running room. I think he has the first down. I will wait, but it's going to be extremely close.
Yeah, he was right on it. Now, on the far side of the field, it looks like it might be marked a little short, but this might require first down.
First down, Wolves. First and goal at the 1-yard line. The 1.5, really, but first down and goal regardless. They'll stay in the shotgun with Cody Shaw, the blocking back. Snap taken. He throws it in the end zone. Incomplete, dangerous throw on a slant pattern.
Little bit behind on the throw. Nice little slant run there by Turner, but the throw was just a little behind him. Got to lead on that play. Got to lead him just a little bit.
Pistol. Fouch and Caldwell. Brings a motion man, hands it to Bartram. Bartram on a jet sweep, looking for the corner. He is in to the end zone. Touchdown, Timberwolves. A 2-yard touchdown run, and Spring Valley has answered the Martinsburg score.
Nice job by Bartram, and he used every bit of the width of the field there. Credit to Martinsburg. They strung that play out well. Their quickness really made it tough on Bartram, but Bartram was able to gain just that little bit on the corner to get it in there.
Big point after, well, every point's big. Spring Valley trails by a point. Mosser on for the point after touchdown with Turner as his holder. Good snap. Good kick. Spring Valley ties it up on a 2-yard Ty Bartram touchdown run with 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. It is 14-all. We'll be back to the Wolves' Den after this break on 927 The Planet Rocks.
This is Chad Lovejoy, currently serving you House of Delegates. It's been the honor of a life.
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavallette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavallette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
Reggie Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Let's switch movies. Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler. Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
Up Martinsburg with 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half. It is 14-all. Landon Mosser kicks it near side. It's going to be taken at the 22. Clement makes the first wave miss, makes the second man miss, still making guys miss, but good pursuit. They kept their lanes that time, Michael, and it is a minimal gain up to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, good job there by the coverage team. They did stay in their lanes. You saw a lot of guys breaking down in good form tackle positions. They weren't over pursuing. You know, Clement showing he's got the capabilities to break those tackles.
It also didn't hurt that the turf monster got him at the end, too, because he slipped at the end.
Fouch had one earlier, so tit for tat.
Tit for tat, that's right.
Martinsburg looking to score before the end of the half. Spring Valley does receive the opening kickoff of the third quarter. Badgett in the shotgun. 4 wide, 2 to each side. Puts Clement in motion, drops to throw, throws a slant that is knocked away, incomplete. His intended receiver was Hudson Clement, second down.
Chase Caldwell, big smack right as the ball arrived.
Looked like Cody Shy got up in the bit of a throwing lane there, maybe threw off the timing a little bit.
Hudson Clement was the intended receiver. He took quite the shot there.
Murphy Clement, the standing tail next to Ezra Badgett. Badgett moves Clement in motion, drops to pass, looking, clean pocket, has all day, throws it, picked off by the Timberwolves. He's taking it down the sideline, pushed out of bounds. The interception made by Ben Turner, first down Wolves.
And 1:59, that's plenty of time.
The Wolves' Den is rocking. Guys, you talk about coverage. Spring Valley brought nobody. They played a zone, and Badgett, it's like he had too much time.
He got a little greedy, and he threw into some serious coverage there.
First and 10 for the Wolves at the 30-yard line.
Martinsburg again, no safety help over the top.
Single coverage on an island to Corbin Page. Near side. They're going to bring the house again. Fouch drops. He slips a little, but throws it up to Page, and he will overthrow it. Overthrown, incomplete. Second down.
Page broke off the route. He didn't keep going on the fly pattern. He kind of quit on it, and that was a good possibility for a score.
Don't really know what happened there, to be honest with you. But I like the aggression.
Well, and that's the old quick change philosophy. Hit him with something big. Hit him with a chunk play.
2nd and 10. Hand off to Caldwell. Caldwell will try to fight forward. He'll get a yard. 3rd and 9. 1 minute and 45 seconds to go in the half.
Keep in mind here that Spring Valley will get the ball back to begin the second half.
Martinsburg has all 3 timeouts. If they do get the ball back, Spring Valley down to 1. Coach Dingus used 2 on defense, and it paid off for a 4th down conversion fail.
If you don't get the first down here, ball now just inside the 30. Probably still 4-down territory for the Timberwolves. How about that?
That's a tough decision.
That is a tough call.
You might just pull the old Doc Holliday play from yourself and just kick it 15 yards.
Kick it in the corner.
Yeah. But Spring Valley hopes that's not even had to be thought about because it's 3rd and 9. Fouch drops, throws it across the middle. Incomplete. Intended receiver Ty Bartram, and it is 4th and 9 with 56 seconds to go.
Ty Bartram was blanketed on that play. 2 defenders for Martinsburg, Hudson Clement and Cam Chalice. Not a chance to complete that one.
Looks like Coach Dingus is going to go for blood.
4th and 10, 56 seconds to go at the Martinsburg 30. 15 on the play clock, though. Fouch trying to get the play in. 10 seconds on the play clock. You have a Division I wide receiver, throw it to him. Fouch trying to draw him off sides, and Coach Dingus will use his final timeout. We'll stay right here. It has been the Corbin Page show in the first half. He's caught everything thrown to him. I mean, that's just what I would do, but I'm not a coach. I'm just a broadcaster.
Corbin Page has shown why he is a legit Division I prospect right now, and he is performing. He had a chance, earlier in this series of downs to make an even bigger place, but we still got plenty of football, and I got a feeling there's still another big player or 2 or 3 between Dalton Fouch and Mr. number 40.
We talk about it. It's a game of turnovers. That was the huge key. In Spring Valley's 2 losses, they have a -6 turnover differential. Tonight, +2.
+2. Fumble and an interception for Martinsburg. Again, they made some mistakes that I'm sure that their coaching staff is really going to let them hear about it at halftime because this has not necessarily been a vintage performance so far by the Bulldogs, and in their minds, they may feel like they're lucky that right now it's a tie.
I do not envy Coach Dingus for having to make this call, but it is 4th and 10 at the 30. You're in no man's land. This is the definition of it. Shotgun trips to the far side. Page single covered on the near side. Fouch brings Bartram in motion to double up the wide receivers. Drops, looking to throw, under pressure and sacked. So worst case scenario, they just gave Martinsburg 10 free yards. First down, Bulldogs.
Jacob Barrick with a big-time blitz there. On pass protection, guys, Spring Valley's line is having a tough time blocking. I mean, the 3-down linemen for Martinsburg are so quick. They have been well coached. They use the swim techniques really well, and that's why there's just not a lot of time to throw the ball now for the Timberwolves.
The Bear came from the blind side and just drilled Fouch.
Badgett in the shotgun. Drops to pass, looking, throws it, complete inside Spring Valley territory near the 40. 45 seconds to go after a 21-yard gain.
Hudson Clement with that one, and that was almost like you're running a 2-minute offense and you're looking to get to the sideline to get the clock stopped. little bit too much yardage, though, on the play for if you're a Spring Valley fan.
And reminder, Martinsburg does have all 3 of their timeouts. Badgett drops, throws, complete hitch pattern. Well pursued by the Wolves. The clock will remain running, and Martinsburg will take their first timeout with 37 and 3/10 seconds left in the first half.
At the worst, you know, they may try to get to a spot here, maybe around the 20, where they may think they have a shot at a field goal. But I'm sure they're thinking touchdown for sure right now.
You know, we talked about the momentum, and if Martinsburg were to get into the end zone here, it's not the momentum that Spring Valley wants going into the half when they're beginning the ball back. Big set of downs here for the Spring Valley defense. 37 seconds on the game clock.
You could feel the nervous energy in the press box.
Yeah, I said it when we were getting out of the car and walking up here, Matt. There's a different air here tonight. This is something special here.
And I wasn't here for the Cabell-Midland game. Is the atmosphere, guys, you know, is it kind of like that Midland game?
Bigger.
Much bigger.
Okay.
Badgett in the shotgun. Drops to pass. Nice pocket, throws it over the middle, and it is a beautiful pass to Hudson Clement. Touchdown.
Wow.
Split the defenders in the back of the defensive backfield, and Martinsburg strikes with 31 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, Ty Bartram and Jace Caldwell were both back there, and almost looked like they were both kind of looking at each other saying, are you going to make a play on the ball? No one went to the ball, and that was too easy.
Apaya in for the point after touchdown. And it's good. Martinsburg on a 31-yard touchdown pass takes the lead over Spring Valley 21-14. We'll be right back on 927 The Planet Rock.
Suffered an injury at the hands of another? Fighting to receive Social Security disability benefits? Under stress, wondering how your bills will be paid and if justice will be served? Let the staff at Kenneth P. Hicks Attorneys at Law help. Ken Hicks, trusted lawyer in Huntington, has earned his reputation by representing clients for nearly 3 decades, serving West Virginia, Ohio, and Kentucky. Call today for your free consultation. 304-525-3201. Kenneth P. Hicks Attorneys at Law. Let their experience be your guide. A proud Spring Valley High School supporter. Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
31-yard touchdown strike from Ezra Badgett to Hudson Clement gives Martinsburg the lead, 21-7 with 30 seconds to go in the first half. They will kick a squib kick that will be dangerously near the out-of-bounds line, but it will be taken, and Spring Valley will retain possession there.
Turner was kind of looking to see if it might roll out of bounds. Of course, that'd be a penalty against Martinsburg.
He really couldn't risk it there, though.
No,
it had some weird English on it.
Yeah, you got to pick it up.
So Spring Valley had the opportunity to take the lead here after the interception, but failed on fourth down, and Martinsburg made them pay for it. They take the lead with a touchdown inside the last minute here in the first half. Fouch and Caldwell out in the shotgun with 4 wide. Fouch will hand it off. No gain. Spring Valley does not have to run another play.
Does not look like they're going to.
And that will be the end of the first half. Martinsburg leads Spring Valley 21-14. We'll be back on your home of Timberwolves football, 927 and 985, The Planet Rocks.
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavallette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavallette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com. Suffered an injury at the hands of another? Fighting to receive Social Security disability benefits? Under stress, wondering how your bills will be paid and if justice will be served? Let the staff at Kenneth P. Hicks Attorneys at Law help. Ken Hicks, trusted lawyer in Huntington, has earned his reputation by representing clients for nearly 3 decades, serving West Virginia, Ohio, and Kentucky. Call today for your free consultation. 304-525-3201. Kenneth P. Hicks Attorneys at Law. Let their experience be your guide. A proud Spring Valley High School supporter.
This is Chad Lovejoy, currently serving you in the West Virginia House of Delegates. It's been the honor of a lifetime to serve part of Wayne County and Charleston for the past 5 years. I've tried to be a strong voice for the communities of Westmoreland and Spring Valley, which are amazing places in West Virginia to live, work, and raise a family. Next spring, this House district will expand to include Cerrito and Canova. West Virginia's most livable small town and West Virginia's gateway to the West. I've consistently focused my service on our working families, local businesses, public schools, and our first responders. I've stood with our teachers and service personnel, police officers, EMTs, and firefighters, all serving on the front lines. I humbly ask for your vote for me, Chad Lovejoy, to return to the House of Delegates and use this experience for our entire region. Best of luck to the Timberwolves in today's game as we show what it really means to be Spring Valley strong.
Paid for by
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavallette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavallette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
This is Chad Lovejoy, currently serving you in the West Virginia House of Delegates. It's been the honor of a lifetime to serve part of Wayne County and Charleston for the past 5 years. I've tried to be a strong voice for the communities of Westmoreland and Spring Valley, which are amazing places in West Virginia to live, work, and raise a family. Next spring, this House district will expand to include Cerrito and Canova, West Virginia's most livable small town and West Virginia's gateway to the West. I've consistently focused my service on our working families, local businesses, public schools, and our first responders. I've stood with our teachers and service personnel, police officers, EMTs, and firefighters, all serving on the front lines. I humbly ask for your vote for me, Chad Lovejoy, to return to the House of Delegates and use this experience for our entire region. Best of luck to the Timberwolves in today's game as we show what it really means to be Spring Valley strong.
Paid for by Lovejoy for House.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Reggie Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Hey! Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler. Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
Suffered an injury at the hands of another? Fighting to receive Social Security disability benefits? Under stress, wondering how your bills will be paid and if justice will be served? Let the staff at Kenneth P. Hicks Attorneys at Law help. Ken Hicks, trusted lawyer in Huntington, has earned his reputation by representing clients for nearly 3 decades, serving West Virginia, Ohio, and Kentucky. Call today for your free consultation. 304-525-3201. Kenneth P. Hicks Attorneys at Law. Let their experience be your guide. A proud Spring Valley High School supporter.
put your hands together one more time for the Spring Valley High School Timberwolves marching band.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
This is Chad Lovejoy, currently serving you in the West Virginia House of Delegates. It's been the honor of a lifetime to serve part of Wayne County and Charleston for the past 5 years. I've tried to be a strong voice for the communities of Westmoreland and Spring Valley, which are amazing places in West Virginia to live, work, and raise a family. Next spring, this House district will expand to include Cerrito and Canova, West Virginia's most livable small town and West Virginia's gateway to the West. I've consistently focused my service on our working families, local businesses, public schools, and our first responders. I've stood with our teachers and service personnel, police officers, EMTs, and firefighters, all serving on the front lines. I humbly ask for your vote for me, Chad Lovejoy, to return to the House of Delegates and use this experience for our entire region. Best of luck to the Timberwolves in today's game as we show what it really means to be Spring Valley strong.
Paid for by Lovejoy for House.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Reggie Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Hey! Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler? Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
Suffered an injury at the hands of another? Fighting to receive Social Security disability benefits? Under stress, wondering how your bills will be paid and if justice will be served? Let the staff at Kenneth P. Hicks Attorneys at Law help. Ken Hicks, trusted lawyer in Huntington, has earned his reputation by representing clients for nearly 3 decades, serving West Virginia, Ohio, and Kentucky. Call today for your free consultation. 304-525-3201. Kenneth P. Hicks Attorneys at Law. Let their experience be your guide. A proud Spring Valley High School supporter.
Merchandise for your organization, Bulldog Graphics, 1427 Chestnut Street in Canova, is your place to go for quality service at a price you can afford. Bulldog Graphics, your home for custom embroidery, banners, signs, and much more. They now offer officially licensed Marshall University apparel. Contact the team at Bulldog Graphics at 304-908-1811 or visit them on Facebook. And always, Bulldog Graphics says, go Wolves!
Full-service funeral home, serving the Cerrito Canova area since 1922. We provide a variety of pre-need options to traditional or
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com. Suffered an injury at the hands of another? Fighting to receive Social Security disability benefits? Under stress, wondering how your bills will be paid and if justice will be served? Let the staff at Kenneth P. Hicks Attorneys at Law help. Ken Hicks, trusted lawyer in Huntington, has earned his reputation by representing clients for nearly 3 decades, serving West Virginia, Ohio, and Kentucky. Call today for your free consultation. 304-525-3201. Kenneth P. Hicks Attorneys at Law. Let their experience be your guide. A proud Spring Valley High School supporter.
This is Chad Lovejoy, currently serving you in the West Virginia House of Delegates. It's been the honor of a lifetime to serve part of Wayne County and Charleston for the past 5 years. I've tried to be a strong voice for the communities of Westmoreland and Spring Valley, which are amazing places in West Virginia to live, work, and raise a family. Next spring, this House district will expand to include Cerrito and Canova, West Virginia's most livable small town and West Virginia's gateway to the West. I've consistently focused my service on our working families, local businesses, public schools, and our first responders. I've stood with our teachers and service personnel, police officers, EMTs, and firefighters, all serving on the front lines. I humbly ask for your vote for me, Chad Lovejoy, to return to the House of Delegates and use this experience for our entire region. Best of luck to the Timberwolves in today's game as we show what it really means to be Spring Valley strong.
Paid for by Lovejoy for House.
The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. And by the way,
here in the heavyweight matchup of the state of West Virginia for the season. I don't care what anybody else says. And it has lived up to the hype, Michael.
Yeah, this was a game that, like I said, we certainly had circled on the schedule as soon as it came out. And I'm betting a number of other teams across the state circled this one as well as one to keep an eye on.
So when it all comes down to playoff seedings, there's a lot of games that are important to Spring Valley tonight. Number 7, Princeton, and number 9, Greenbrier East are scoreless in the second quarter. South Charleston and Hurricane are tied at 14 in the second quarter. Somehow that's the Metro News Game of the Week in AAA.
I mean, Matthew, they are the defending state champions.
Anywho, all right, John Marshall leads Oak Glen 42 to nothing.
I could have said something about what were they smoking, but I won't say that.
Number 15, Willing Park leads Parkersburg South 14 to 13, and that the really important game is that Princeton Greenbrier East game for Spring Valley, right? Well, this week it's an important game.
True.
As we look at the playoff rankings, and again the astrophysics that goes into calculating playoff rankings in the state of West Virginia. Ideally, assuming Spring Valley falls tonight, you want to get a number 10. Because if you're 8 or 9, you're looking at a second-round trip to Martinsburg to face the Bulldogs again. And with a win tonight, good gracious, that throws the entire bracket up on its end. If my napkin math that I performed this week is anywhere up to snuff, we could see Spring Valley potentially as high as possibly 4. So this game and many other games across the state tonight have very big significance for Spring Valley going down the road into what we're looking at the next couple of weeks.
When I did the segment alone, I told the audience, I said, Spring Valley is limited to mistakes. The unfortunate thing for Spring Valley is they haven't capitalized on Martinsburg's mistakes.
Yes.
And that's the difference in the game right now. Because Martinsburg has turned the ball over twice in good field position for Spring Valley, but that defense has been so good that it's bend but don't break. Spring Valley can move the ball between the 30s, but once they get near the red zone, it's been tough sledding.
Well, one thing that's been going well for Valley, like you said, is the zero presence of safety help by the Bulldogs, and the loose coverage that the secondary is giving these talented skill guys for Spring Valley, they're getting a lot of those hitch patterns, those out patterns, those quick slants. But when you get into the red zone, particularly whenever you get real close to the goal line, you don't have the opportunity to get that separation, that bubble that the defensive backs are giving the Spring Valley the receivers. It's not really there, so they're playing up closer in their faces. You're not getting that separation for those easy ins and out patterns.
Spring Valley better have the hands team on. This screams onside kick to start the half to me.
Absolutely.
A couple of quick scoreboard checks while we do the formalities of the beginning of the second half. South Charleston just scored, and they take a lead over Hurricane. Number 10 is scoreless. Bridgeport destroying Musselman, so Bridgeport will stay in the top 4. We're unsure about Jefferson and Hedgesville. Jefferson's number 5. The big battle in AA. Herbert Hoover leads Polka 14-0. The Herbert Hoover Huskies lead the Polka Dots.
It's a mouthful.
I know. You think it's lame when I make presidential jokes. It's hard enough to say Herbert Hoover Huskies, see? Yeah. But they lead with their it's usually Woodrow Wilson that leads with his 14 points. But I'm just telling you.
I want to tell you something before we go on about a really class thing that the Martinsburg Bulldogs team and program did. Of course, Jason Kinder, young man for the Timberwolves, his family recently lost their home in a fire. And the Bulldogs and the people in Martinsburg collected $1,000 to present to that family. That's just a class thing.
Yep, very much so. So the Wolves Den is getting loud.
Well, the Timberwolves are Corbin Page kind of leading the cheers, saying, "Come on, fans, time to get up and get going."
Yeah, and the hands team's out because Page is right up front. Caldwell. Matthew Hall on the hands team. It will be a deep kickoff, though. That will be grabbed by Ben Turner. Turner up to the 20 and the 25. Good pursuit. Will take him down at the 25. The Bulldogs stay in their lanes, stop Turner from turning the corner, and it is 1st and 10.
Hudson Clement making the stop.
Makes the stop for the Bulldogs. Spring Valley put the ball in play from their own 24-yard line.
Big drive here, setting the tone of the second half.
We talked about that momentum. It shifted a little bit in Martinsburg favor with them coming up 7 before the half. See if Spring Valley can capitalize here, get some points on the board, and tie it up.
Status quo, shotgun 4 wide, single coverage. Fouch. Screen pass to Turner. Turner makes the first wave miss, busts through a couple of tackles. It'll be a good gain of 5. Second down for the Wolves.
That's a pretty impressive run because there were like 5 guys that were running to make a stop on that play and just kind of swung and missed.
They're going to give him 4 rather than 5. Apologize for that. Cyrod Musgrove looks to be shaken up a little bit. The officials are going to him, and they're making him leave the field.
Yeah, he was really slow getting up, and apparently he might be a bit dazed.
Took a hit to the head there. Avion Blackwood checks in for him. So, do you attack the kid that just came off the bench for single coverage on your wide receiver? Single coverage on Ben Turner by Blackwood. Fouch in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He throws it deep to Turner. And incomplete right off the fingertips.
He probably felt the ball going across the edge of his fingertips. It was that close to being a big play.
What an amazing throw by Fouch and great effort by Turner. It was literally just inches out of his grasp.
And Turner had 2 steps on him. That was probably 6 points Spring Valley.
it's 3rd and 6. Everybody in the Wolves' den held their breath on that throw. Fouch and the Wolves at their own 28 in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking to throw. He's going to go right back to Turner. Turner, incomplete. Incidental contact, good defense there. Double covered for the first time that I've noticed tonight by Cam Shallis and number 34, Avion Blackwood.
There was double coverage, but still, Turner had the step on him.
Crosby short in to punt. Hudson Clement back at his own 35-yard line to return.
He's proven to be a danger in that position all night long tonight.
High snap that Crosby short will handle. A low spiral that Clement will catch at the 44. He's up across midfield. Makes a couple of Wolves miss, but he will be dropped at the 43-yard line. A good return. And the Bulldogs start their first drive in Spring Valley territory.
Here's where you do not want to have Martinsburg score. You do not want to fall down 2 touchdowns, because you fall down 2 touchdowns to these guys, it's almost mission impossible to come back.
Ezra Badgett in at quarterback. Looks like Xavion Kendall is his tailback to his left. Badgett barking orders. Takes the snap. Pump fake double move. That is knocked away by Ty Bartram. Incomplete. That was almost 6. Hudson Clement was the intended receiver. If it weren't for Bartram's closing speed, that's a touchdown.
Yeah. I'm really impressed with Hudson Clement. Boy, he is a guy that can get downfield, stretch a defense, and of course we've seen him make plays already tonight and score. And surely some colleges are looking at this guy. He is really talented.
10 personnel for Martinsburg. Hands it off. Hit in the backfield. A gain of 1, if anything, for Kendall. It's 3rd down.
Cody Shy. Another stop.
Cody Shy makes the stop for the Timberwolves. No gain on the play, brings up 3rd down and 10.
3rd and 10 at the Spring Valley 41. You know Martinsburg is going for it. This is 4 down territory. Spring Valley's got to make 2 stops. Badgett in the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops, looking, throws out pattern, and it is caught. What a catch by Hudson Clement.
High point of the ball, guys, and he went up, got above the 2 defenders for Spring Valley, makes the play.
Impressive show of athleticism there.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 25-yard line of the Timberwolves. Kendall put in motion. Slant knocked away by Cody Shine. Nice play. 2nd down.
Again, give him props where props are due. Cody Shy has been an absolutely dominant force there at the Mike linebacker position all season long.
Badgett in the shotgun, 4 wide. Kendall his standing tail. Badgett under pressure and dropped for the first time tonight. Sacked.
Like Connor McCann.
Connor McCann with the sack. They didn't have trouble bringing him down that time. A big loss on 2nd down makes it 3rd and long for the Bulldogs.
Aiden Fleming over on the right side. He swung and missed trying to block for Badgett that time, and hence the sack.
Bulldogs taking their time, getting their play on the field.
6 seconds on the play clock. They did not get that off, and it is. Let's see if they called a timeout or not.
Flag on the play, delay of game is
Nope, it was a delay. They did not give the sideline a timeout. It is 3rd and 21 now for the Bulldogs.
3rd and 21.
Badgett looks to the sideline for his play. Doesn't matter what down and distance, they're dangerous. Baker as his running back to his right. Badgett drops, looking to throw. Looking, throws deep. And it is incomplete, knocked away. Nice play. Looks like Jace Caldwell with the play. 4th and 21 at the 36-yard line.
Nice job going up against Jacob Barrick and making enough contact that he couldn't possess the ball, put it in his body cleanly.
Good job by Jake Caldwell there. Barrick is not a small guy.
Yeah,
Badgett.
This isn't easy. They're going to have to go downfield on this play. It's 4th and so long.
Trying to draw Spring Valley offsides to get an extra 5 yards. 8 on the play clock. Badgett looking to his offensive coaches on the sideline. 3 on the play clock. Badgett gets it off just in time. He drops to pass. Now he scrambles. Throws it all the way into the end zone. And it is knocked away. Good defense by Ty Bartram. 1st down, Wolves. He looked like a power forward boxing out for a rebound on that play.
Exactly. Yeah, it was exactly right. He was going for that rebound, and just a nice play. Boy, Spring Valley, they sent 2 guys. Everybody else was downfield in coverage. There was just complete field coverage on that play, and Spring Valley gets the job done. They don't allow the Bulldogs to take a short field and go up 2 scores.
8.5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Martinsburg leads Spring Valley 21-14. Spring Valley has just forced a failed 4th down conversion. So it's 1st and 10 for the Wolves. Dalton Fouch trips to the near side, drops under pressure, looking to run. He will get away from the first wave, but it will be a sack because he will lose 3 yards. 2nd down.
Yeah, we kind of measured up these Martinsburg defensive line early in the game, and pound for pound, they outweigh pretty much everybody on the line.
But it's not just the weight, it is the athleticism,
Yes.
and it's the quickness.
Jace Caldwell will check out of the ball game. See what type of personnel Spring Valley switches to in that regard. Fouch in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off to his tailback. We get back to the original line of scrimmage. Looking to see who got that carry. Number 1, Trey Snyder. So it's 3rd and 10.
Aiden Fleming, number 70, makes the tackle for the Bulldogs.
Pressure once again on the Spring Valley O-line. Trying to give Dalton Fouch just a little bit of time to make a play. I mean, he's shown tonight when he has the time, he can make the plays downfield. Got to have the opportunity to make the play.
Fouch and the Wolves, 3rd and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Twin wide receivers to each side. Fouch drops, throws a jump ball, going to Page, and it is knocked away. Great defense there by the defensive back.
Pass intended for Corbin Page.
I believe that was Clement.
Broke up there by Murphy Clement.
Yep.
Brings up
So
4th
now
down.
Crosby Short will come on to have his 2nd punt of the quarter.
Unfortunately, that set of downs was doomed by the poor 1st down play, and it was catch up the rest of the time for the Timberwolves. But now they need to have a good punt. There's been a lot of line drive punts and returns.
Good snap back to Short, and he shanks it. He shanked it straight out of bounds.
Well, he was really afraid about kicking to the returner, and he tried to angle it to the near sidelines, and he angled it a little bit too much.
That's a 9-yard punt to the 45-yard line.
That is a hurting of the effort for Spring Valley. You know, and once again, major pressure on the Timberwolves defense to hold Martinsburg out of the end zone here.
Well, you have a chance. The World Series tied at 1 game apiece. They are scoreless in Atlanta in the bottom of the second. Design keeper Clement in at quarterback. He has a huge amount of running room. He has the first down over the 35-yard line into the 30, and he will be tackled near the 25-yard line, a huge gain of around 20, and that's Murphy Clement.
Yeah, that was a no hesitation run, guys. That was a run all the way.
Yeah, he showed their very good reason why he's the team's leading rusher.
They're going to bring him back to say he stepped out of bounds at the 30, didn't get to the 25, so that's still a gain of 15 yards. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Takes the snap. Clement keeping it again. This time he's hit in the backfield by Cody Shy. He will try to drag Shy. He drags him to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2nd and 10.
Shy holding on for dear life. Got a hand around Clement's waist. I don't know if he grabbed his belt or what, but he was going along for the ride.
I think that's great coaching by Martinsburg. Their guys, they do not give up on a play. I mean, they're constantly trying to break tackles. You know, a lot of guys will just kind of crab and give up on a play like that, but not these guys.
Clement in at quarterback. Design quarterback keeper has a huge hole up the middle of the field inside the 5. He'll drag Spring Valley defenders into the end zone. 30-yard touchdown run.
He wasn't touched till he got to about the 3, and he had all the momentum to take it into the end zone. And here's that 2-touchdown advantage that this is danger time for Spring Valley if they want to stay in the game.
Brent Terwilliger comes on as the kicker. Kick is up, and it's good. With 5:52 to go in the 3rd quarter, Martinsburg leads 28-14. We'll be back on your home of Timberwolves football, 927 The Planet.
Family owned and operated as your hometown full-service funeral home, serving the Serena-Canova area since 1922.
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavallette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavallette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
Reggie Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Let's switch movies. Hey! Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler? Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
Touchdown run. Martinsburg extends their lead 28-14. That is going to be a low ground ball kick that Turner will struggle with and have to fall on inside the 20-yard line.
Did not get a friendly bounce on that one. It was going sideways, and that's why they just had to cover it. Long field, guys. 84 yards to try to get a score.
Spring Valley absolutely has to get in the end zone on this drive here. Being down 2 touchdowns to a team like Martinsburg is not a position you want to be in.
Spring Valley will be under center for the first time this evening. Flexbone formation. Handoff up the middle, breaks through the line. Cody Shy up to the 30 and 40. Dragging defenders up near midfield. First down for the big fella. at midfield. That's how Cole Diamond sealed the game last year against Martinsburg. Those fullback handoffs. Cody Shy showing he's got what it takes as well.
Big gain up the middle for Spring Valley. The biggest gain they've had up the middle by far tonight.
All year. I'm not exaggerating. 34-yard gain. They stay in the flex. Motion man, counter handoff. That will not work. No gain, second down. Trey Snyder checks in. He checks in for Caldwell.
Second and 10.
They remain under center. Handoff to Shy. Shy tripped up for a gain of 3, third down.
Aiden Fleming makes the tackle for Martinsburg. Gain of 3, third down and 7.
Fouch comes to the sideline to get his play. 3rd and 7 at the Martinsburg 47.
You can hear the Martinsburg sideline from here yelling, "Watch for the pass."
They're under center, though. Fouch brings a man in motion. It's Snyder. It is a designed quarterback keeper that will gain 3, so it's going to be 4th and short.
Eric King on the stop for the Bulldogs.
The offense will stay on the field.
They have to.
Yeah, down 2 touchdowns, you know, it's you got to try to maintain possession here.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, especially the ball down in Martinsburg territory now. You got to force them now.
Caldwell checks in for Snyder. 4th and 4 at the 44. 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Spring Valley trails by 2 touchdowns. Dingus hates what he sees. He don't call a timeout. We'll stay right here. Big play here. I'm surprised that Spring Valley remained under center when they broke the huddle there. So we'll see what Coach Dingus wants to do after taking his timeout.
This year's 2021-2022.
Well, going back to one of those football fundamentals, you try and run the ball to set up the pass. And I think that's what Spring Valley's been trying to go for here. Because you heard, even all the way across the field, I could hear the Martinsburg sideline screaming, "Watch for the pass, watch for the pass." A lot of these run plays we've seen in this drive, you've had the receivers breaking off for pass routes. So it wouldn't surprise me at all to see a quick slant or an out pattern out of this formation.
Kiki Brumfield, Alexi Wilson, Libby Saunders.
The officials have blown their whistles, and we're ready for the latest, most important play of the ball game. 4th and 4 at the 44 for the Timberwolves. They trail by 2 scores.
Looks like they're going to spread it out.
An I formation. Fouch. Play action fake. Throws it. Complete to Shy for the first down and more. Up to the 30. Stiff arms a man. Carrying him inside the 20. First down. Timberwolves. What a play call. Play action fake. Hit the running back out of the backfield. Fouch to Shy for 24 yards.
That was a nice call for Spring Valley because they made Martinsburg pay for selling out on the pass rush. There just weren't enough bodies to do coverage downfield there.
Roman Pearson is down injured for the Bulldogs, so we'll step aside on 927 The Planet.
Looking for fair prices? Suffered an injury at the hands of another? Fighting to receive Social Security disability benefits? Under stress, wondering how your bills will be paid and if justice will be served? Let the staff at Kenneth P. Hicks Attorneys at Law help. Ken Hicks, trusted lawyer in Huntington, has earned his reputation by representing clients for nearly 3 decades, serving West Virginia, Ohio, and Kentucky. Call today for your free consultation. 304-525-3201. Kenneth P. Hicks Attorneys at Law. Let their experience be your guide. A proud Spring Valley High School supporter. Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
Back to the Wolves Den. Matt Perry, Mike Myers, Bill Cornwell, and engineer Lenny Sundel back at Planet Studios. You are listening to Spring Valley Timberwolves football on WCMI-FM Catlettsburg, 927 and 985, The Planet Rocks. We have an injured Martinsburg player. They're attending to what it looks like his leg. It is Roman Pearson, a 5'11", 190-pound junior.
He was up for a while, then went back down, and he's going to have some assistance.
Well, I apologize. It was not Pearson. It was Murphy Clement.
That's Murphy Clement. Yeah, that's potentially a big loss there for Martinsburg. He is not putting much. So, well, it's his right leg. It's very stiff.
So once again, I got the incorrect number. It is not Pearson who was injured. It was Murphy Clement, number 2. He's a 5'11", 185-pound sophomore, and we wish him a speedy recovery or hope that it's nothing serious.
But he's a key part of this team, and that's a big loss.
Okay, 1st and 10 for the Wolves at the 20. They trail Martinsburg by 2 scores. They're looking to answer. Fouch in an I formation. Hands it to Shy. Shy will gain a yard. 2nd down.
Not a smooth play, guys. There was a lot of contact being made as the snap was received, and there was no way that one was going to go.
We've got 2 upsets brewing. AA number 2 is beating number 1. Herbert Hoover leads Poca 21-0, and in single A, number 9 Williamstown leads Doddridge County 20-12. Both of those in the 4th quarter.
As you like to say, the misunderstood Herbert Hoover Huskies.
That's right. Fouch under center. It is a play action. He has a wide open receiver, throws it, and it is caught. Touchdown, Timberwolves. Ty Bartram. 19-yard touchdown strike.
Bartram burned Hudson Clement on that play. Clement was 2 steps behind. And a nice job of completing the catch by Ty Bartram.
Mosser on to make it a 7-point ball game. Good snap. Hits the upright and goes in. It is good. Spring Valley scores. Martinsburg still leads, though, 28-21 with 2.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. We just took a commercial break, and we're going to stay right here. Mike, huge answer. Now it's time for the defense to step up.
Absolutely. Spring Valley's been relying on their defense all night to make those big stands, but now is the moment. They need to keep Martinsburg out of the end zone, get the ball back, and put the ball back in the end zone.
And that was an interesting dive, guys, because you had 2 big pass plays, obviously, that were the big chunk plays, but Spring Valley decided to start running the ball a little bit there just to keep Martinsburg's defense honest, balancing it out just a little bit.
That was Ty Bartram's 3rd touchdown of the night, 2 receiving, 1 rushing. Fouch has 2 touchdown passes.
Now, once again here, you just want to limit the damage on returns here. We've seen Martinsburg all night make major damage returning the football on punts and kicks.
Hudson Clement has been the key return man, number 3 for the Bulldogs. Landon Mosser. Approaches the ball. Onside kick. Near side, that will be up for grabs.
Looked to be cleanly fielded by Martinsburg.
First down, Bulldogs.
Yeah. Jaden Kindred was the player who fielded that one. Did a nice job covering it up.
Bulldogs will take over actually in the worst field position of the half, and that's off of an onside kick.
And that's pushing midfield.
At their own 46-yard line. See what Murphy is injured, so Badgett will be in quarterback.
It's going to be solely Badgett now.
Badgett 4 wide, 2 to each side. His tailback is Xavion Kendall. Takes the snap, hands it to Kendall. Kendall, huge hole. Cross midfield. He's going to gain 8 before he even gets touched. Well, they're actually going to say his knee went down a little bit early. It's going to be a gain of 6. Second down.
Eric King's a big guy, 6'1", 210.
So it was not Kendall 22, it was King 32.
They've got a variety of backs. They got little scat backs, and then they've got a guy like King who brings some muscle and a little bit of weight.
Hands it to King again. Jukes at the line of scrimmage, and he is stood up.
Corbin Page.
Third down and short.
Corbin Page met him face to face and knocked him back.
Gavin Ward, correction, Bruin Booth makes the tackle there, brings up 3rd and 2.
Badgett in the shotgun, 3rd and 2. Design keeper for Badgett, runs into his own blocking back, but will bust it outside and get the first down after a gain of 5. First down, Bulldogs.
Badgett on the quarterback keeper. Bruin Booth once again makes the stop.
And here comes Murphy Clement back in the game. So obviously the injury he suffered was not too debilitating.
He will be the quarterback with 1:05 to go here in the third quarter. Martinsburg leads your Wolves 28-21. Murphy Clement in the shotgun. Takes the snap, rolls far side, looking to throw. Under pressure, hit from behind, and he's incomplete on the throw. Second down. Good pressure put on by the defensive line for the Timberwolves. Tucker Hammond harassing him on the back end, along with Cody Shy.
Martinsburg taking their time getting the play onto the field again.
9 seconds on the play clock. Clement looking at his play sheet on his wrist. 4 seconds on the play clock. They already have a delay in this half. They get the snap off. It's a design keeper to Clement. Hit in the backfield. Swarmed by the Timberwolves. No gain, third down.
Matthew Hall made the initial contact there, and then a whole bunch of Timberwolves wrapped it up.
Petrie was in on the finish with a multitude of other Wolves. They do not have to snap the ball. We'll see what they choose to do. There's a 10-second differential between the play clock and the game clock. 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Valley 40. Murphy Clement, the quarterback. Play action fake, looking to throw. Throws it, picked off! Picked up by Dalton Caldwell! Up to the 37-yard line, and that will end the third quarter. Spring Valley takes over, and they trailed the Martinsburg Bulldogs 28-21. We'll be back on your home of Timberwolves football, 927 The Planet.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com. An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Welcome back to the Wolves Den. The calm before the fourth quarter storm. Spring Valley trails Martinsburg 28-21, but an interception by Dalton Caldwell gives Valley 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line to begin the fourth quarter.
Huge shift in momentum for Spring Valley here. Capitalize off of that big defensive stand, get the ball in the end zone, and get some more points on the board to tie it up.
Fouch and company coming off of a touchdown drive on their last possession. They'll stay in a flex bone set. Brings a man in motion, play action fake, deep drop, throws it up to Bartram. Bartram, incomplete pass interference on Murphy Clement. That's an easy call.
Yeah, there was absolutely no question on that one. Clement had his hands all over Bartram's head.
It might have been 6 if he didn't interfere, though.
Very true.
Bartram had a step.
Guys, I'm seeing something interesting on the field with the Bulldogs. You see a lot of the guys kind of chirping at each other. Are they kind of losing a little confidence?
That'll be 15 from the spot of the line of scrimmage. This is not pro rules.
This is not the NFL.
You would wish it was if you're
exactly.
Spring Valley at that moment. But still, regardless, Spring Valley moves into Martinsburg territory at the 47, 1st and 10. Since Spring Valley has moved under center, Martinsburg hasn't known what to do. Fouch under center. Caldwell in motion, hands it to Shy. Shy makes the first wave miss. He's carrying Martinsburg defenders. Gain of 6, 2nd down.
Cody Shy must have been watching game film from last year, taking notes from Cole Diamond. Fantastic job of running the ball by Cody Shy.
I apologize, we haven't done a lot of scoreboard checks. That's a good sign, means you're calling a good game. So we will get to those.
It's not a blowout. You know, a lot of times we've had blowout games. That's when we start checking scores.
We will get to those in the postgame show. Join us for that. Fouch under center, 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line. Brings Caldwell in motion. Play action, deep drop. Has a receiver, but he underthrows him. Great job for Turner to get back to it, though. 1st down. That's a 21-yard gain. 1st and 10 for the Timberwolves.
And that time it was Sherrod Musgrove who was burned on the Martinsburg defense.
Spring Valley knocking on the door of the red zone. 1st and 10 of the 21-yard line, 11:06 to go. Spring Valley looking to tie this ball game up. Fouch under center. Hands off to Shy. Shy wrapped up from behind, no gain, 2nd down.
Number 32, Cody Shaw on the carry. Jaden Kendrick makes the tackle, number 55. Gain of 1 brings up 2nd and 9.
Second and 9. Spring Valley at the Martinsburg 20, looking to tie this ball game up. 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Fouch under center. Takes the snap. Deep drop play action. Under pressure. Looking to throw. He has all room in the world to scramble it. He has the first down. Great job reading the defense by Dalton Fouch. 1st and 10 for the Timberwolves.
Good job by Fouch there, seeing the green field in front of him, but also keeping his eyes downfield for his receivers, looking for an opportunity to pass. Tucks it and gets the first down.
We will see on the spot if they can have a first down or not.
Barely. It looks like now they put the sticks down. So
1st and goal at the 10.
Right on the line.
Fouch under center. Hands it to Shy. Shy stood up near the line of scrimmage. He'll use that big body to get 2 or 3 yards. He's still pushing. Nice rugby ruck there. It'll be a minimal gain, 2nd down.
I think it's worth noting here, fellas, we have right here in front of the press box, probably, I don't know, 24 representatives from the Huntington High football team out here rooting on Spring Valley, because if they manage to down the Bulldogs tonight, Huntington will move into the top spot in the state.
Also, this is a good time to scout, because you hope you might get a chance to play one or both of these teams down the road.
Fouch under center. Takes the snap. Hands off to Caldwell. Caldwell on a counter will gain 2, 3rd and goal.
Officials timeout.
Yep. Shy has to come off. Third and 7, or 3rd and goal from the 7.
Shy is bleeding from the elbow, it appears.
Caldwell checks in for him. Dalton, that is. $19 on the play clock. Fouch comes in and gets a play. 8.5 minutes to go. Spring Valley trails by a touchdown.
Wolves Den's getting loud.
10 seconds on the play clock. 5 seconds on the play clock. Fouch drops, throws the jump ball to Page. Incomplete.
Ran out of room on that one, guys. The pass was just a little bit too far, too long, and no way Page, even with his 6'6" frame, could get that one.
4th and goal from the 7. They spread it out in the shotgun, trips to the near side. Page, the lone wide receiver. Timeout called by Coach Brad Dingus. That'll be his 2nd timeout taken. Stay here. Mike, this will be the difference of the game. Spring Valley has already had an empty trip inside of the 10. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, this is absolutely huge. I imagine that goes without saying, but you know, the implications of this play right here, you know, statewide. You know, like I said, we've got Huntington Highlanders here in the stands cheering on Valley, rooting for them to upset the Bulldogs. If Valley can get into the end zone here, then completely different ball game.
Fourth and goal from the 7. If Spring Valley gets it in the end zone, they'll be a point after touchdown away from tying this ball game up. stack a trip to the short side. Fouch takes the snap, rolls to the near side, throws it to Bartram, and it's caught! Touchdown! Timberwolves!
Completely flipping the script here, Matt. The Wolves are back in this. You know, it seems kind of silly to say that with a one-touchdown game, but against Martinsburg, every point matters.
Huge play. Good snap. The kick is good. 8 minutes, 11 seconds to go. Spring Valley ties up Martinsburg. You don't want to miss this finish on 927 and 985 The Planet.
This is Chad Lovejoy, currently serving you in the West Virginia House of Delegates. It's been the honor of a lifetime to serve part of Wayne County and Charleston for the past 5 years. I've tried to be a strong voice for the communities of Westmoreland and Spring Valley, which are amazing places in West Virginia to live, work, and raise a family. Next spring, this House district will expand to include Cerrito and Canova, West Virginia's most livable small town and West Virginia's gateway to the West. I've consistently focused my service on our working families, local businesses, public schools, and our first responders. I've stood with our teachers and service personnel, police officers, EMTs, and firefighters, all serving on the front lines. I humbly ask for your vote for me, Chad Lovejoy, to return to the House of Delegates and use this experience for our entire region. Best of luck to the Timberwolves in today's game as we show what it really means to be Spring Valley strong.
Paid for by Lovejoy for House.
Orthopedics. This is 927 and 985. The Planet Rocks.
Ty Bartram's fourth touchdown of the night has tied this ball game. 8:11 to go in this ball game. Spring Valley and Martinsburg are all tied up. Pooch kick at the 25 taken. Up to the 30. Spring Valley trying to keep their lanes. Clement will have a nice gain just short of the 40. No penalty for a late hit. Looked like he was pushed before he went out. Martinsburg takes over at their own 39-yard line.
Spring Valley covered that one about as well as they could. You know, obviously they'd love to see Martinsburg fair catch it, but that's not in their mentality, and they limited the damage there. Pretty good job.
Murphy Clement is in the backfield with Ezra Badgett. We'll see which one's receiving the snaps. It seems that Badgett will be the quarterback. Spring Valley's fans are going bonkers now. Hands it off to Clement. Slips and falls. Big loss on the play. That's a loss of 5 or 4. A loss of 4, second down. It looked like they had a problem even with the handoff. I thought for a moment it was fumbled.
Yeah, there was a bad exchange between Badgett and the running back, and yeah, that gummed the whole thing up.
Badgett throws a middle screen that is complete, but played perfectly by the Spring Valley Timberwolves, leading the charge, number 2, Matthew Hall, 3rd and 10.
Matthew Hall was not fooled on that one. He saw what was coming, got turned around, and was able to make a play.
3rd and 10 for the Martinsburg Bulldogs at their own 41-yard line. They and the Wolves are tied. Ezra Badgett. More cowbell, Wolves fans. 5 seconds on the play clock. Badgett drops to throw, looking, under pressure, scrambling, throwing.
Intercepted.
Picked off!
The receiver bobbled the ball, and Barker was there to get the carom.
I need to see the replay over here. The receiver falls down. He pushes the ball into the air off his lower body, and Bartram catches it.
Boy.
Spring Valley takes over.
That's the kind of play a lot of times the coach will try to tell a kid, if you can't make a catch, knock the ball down.
Spring Valley takes over at their own 40. 6.5 minutes to go in this ball game. That is Martinsburg's fourth turnover, of the night. I formation. Martinsburg takes their first time out. We'll stay here. The Spring Valley fans are going absolutely bonkers right now.
You talk about the cowbell. I said, is this Spring Valley or is this Starkville, Mississippi?
I think this is the loudest I've ever heard the Wolves Den in all these years of bringing the Wolves.
Speaking of Starkville, Mississippi, on this very radio station tomorrow, it'll be Kentucky and Mississippi State.
God, you're good.
Airtime
It's so good.
That's why I've been in the business for a while.
Yeah, he's
so 5
good.
o'clock airtime tomorrow night on the Planet, and we'll see if UK, like Marshall, coming off a bye week, we'll see if they can rebound from the Georgia loss from 2 weeks ago.
And, of course, the big news that broke at about, I think it was about 1 o'clock
One-ish,
today.
yes.
Marshall officially joins the Sun Belt. And I, for one, I could just say my opinion when it comes to Marshall sports. I don't cover them media-wise. I am so excited that they are in the Sun Belt. That Eastern Division of the Sun Belt will be fun.
The fan base for the Herd is on fire about this.
The entire Martinsburg sideline involved on that huddle there at the timeout. Coaching staff probably trying to get their guys whipped up.
Yep.
I formation for the Wolves. Fouch under center. Takes the snap. Hands it to his standing tail. Stopped up at the line for no gain. Second down. That's Jace Caldwell on the carry. World Series is currently 1-0. Atlanta bottom of the third. That series is tied 1 apiece.
You know, I think that the Martinsburg coaches are kind of worried about something that I brought up earlier about their guys getting pushed for the first time late in the game, maybe all year, and how do they handle it? They're not used to it. They haven't practiced it, so to speak. No experience at it.
Fouch under center in an I formation once again. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, throws it near side to Bartram. It is knocked away, incomplete. Nice defense there by number 1, Cyrod Musgrove, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, after being burned a few times, he made a nice play there and went toe-to-toe with Bartram.
3rd and 10 now for the Wolves at their own 39-yard line. They move into the shotgun. 4 wide. Fouch rolls out near side, looking to throw, has a wide open receiver. Bartram, catch it, go at the 20. 10, Spring Valley takes the lead.
I believe we can call that 59 yards. And where was the defense there? Where? I think they were on the bus back to Martinsburg. They weren't on the field.
I've been saying it all night. No safety help over the top. If you had a free safety there that could move across the field and pick up Bartram there, that would have been a completely different story.
The point after is added with 5.5 minutes to go. Spring Valley leads Martinsburg 35-28. We'll be back on 927 The Planet.
Is proud to support.
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
Reggie Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Let's switch ways. Hey! Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler? Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
Matt Perry, Bill Cornwell, Mike Myers, engineer. Lenny Sundle back at Planet Studios. I'm sorry it's so loud that I can barely keep my train of thought. Spring Valley leads Martinsburg 35-28. Near side kick is called for a fair catch at the 25-yard line. 5.5 minutes to go. Ty Bartram has 5 touchdowns tonight.
And, you know, again, we'll just see what kind of a team Martinsburg really is here because, you know, again, they're facing something they haven't faced all year.
Murphy Clement is in at quarterback. Xavion Kendall is his tailback. Clement scrambling. It's a keeper. Then he throws a pass, a lateral for 2 yards. That was dangerous. I think it was a lateral, even though he was across the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it was close. Really close.
It almost looked like it was a designed option that he got a little bit ahead of themselves on.
He did throw it backwards. Just watch the video replay.
I'll say this, he was lucky because Corbin Page was headed toward him with bad intentions.
Murphy Clement in the shotgun. 2nd and 8 at their own 28. Inside of 5 minutes, left in this ball game. Design keeper by Clement. Clement has the first down and more down the sideline up to the 45 and 50. Pushed out of bounds. We'll see where they mark him just shy of midfield. Martinsburg has the first down.
It's a real gut check here for Valley. They've got to make the stand. If they manage to keep Martinsburg out of the end zone and get the ball back, all they've got to do is run the clock out.
I was watching that play, guys. There was an almost hold over on the edge there. Martinsburg maybe have been a little fortunate there.
1st and 10 Bulldogs at the 49-yard line. Shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Clement, double move for his wide receiver. Throws it deep. Up for grabs. Incomplete. The closest player was number 12, Kendon Kazee. That would have been the biggest interception of his career. But a great play nonetheless. Forces the incompletion.
Big time pressure for Spring Valley that time. Cole Petrie got in there and caused a little bit of problem that time. So
2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
See if they can keep the pressure up.
They're officially at their own 49. Clement in the shotgun. Design keeper by Clement. Crosses midfield. Tries to cut back. He stood up around the 45. Still a 7-yard gain. 3rd and 3 for the Bulldogs.
He got about 5 yards, slipped, and kind of fell for 2 more.
4 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Spring Valley leads by a touchdown. Under 4. 3rd and 3. Clement in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Design keeper. Clement looking for the first down marker. He has it. He will gain 4 first down.
That was just a simple play there. He just kind of got right behind his blockers and let them drive the pile.
First and 10 Bulldogs, 3.5 minutes to go. They're at Spring Valley's 39-yard line. They're going so slow, this might be one of the last possessions. They are taking their time on every play. Double move, looking to throw, under pressure, scrambling. Spring Valley sacks him. Ezra Badgett is sacked for a 1-yard loss.
Covered sack, guys. Nowhere to throw it downfield. Then he looked like he was working with Clement, trying to maybe improvise a play. That didn't go.
Officially, Badgett will lose 2 on the sack. 2nd and 12. Inside of 3 minutes to go in this ball game. Martinsburg 2nd and 12 at the Spring Valley 41-yard line. Badgett throws a lateral to his running back that will gain 2 or 3. His receiver was Murphy Clement. It's 3rd and long.
Minimal gain there, and a good job over on the far sidelines by Cody Schott, because Cody was in a position to light up that receiver, and it was right at the out-of-bounds line, and he pulled up.
2 minutes, 38 seconds to go. 3rd and 9 for the Bulldogs at the Spring Valley 39-yard line. Ezra Badgett is the quarterback out of the shotgun. Rolls near side, under pressure, evades one defender, and he's sacked! Sacked by Corbin Page.
Corbin Page, Cole Petrie was in there for Spring Valley. You've had even more pressure coming in there. I mean, there were 3 guys in the backfield, and there was nowhere to go.
Play of the game, 4th down and 11 for the Martinsburg Bulldogs at the Spring Valley 40-yard line. Spring Valley leads by a touchdown. I've never been able to not hear myself talk in this press box, but tonight's the night. Martinsburg calls the timeout, and Spring Valley's fans are going absolutely bonkers.
They got 1 left. This score can hold. You think about all the folks around the state of West Virginia that have the respect and the awe, and as we all do for Martinsburg's program, and to think that there's one team in the state, if this stays, that for some reason right now has the Bulldogs number. But we got 1 play here, and we got a lot of time to go in this game.
The only team to have beaten Martinsburg since 2015, the Spring Valley Timberwolves last year, and they're on track to do it again tonight if they can hold on this play.
Coach Brad Dingus encouraging these fans to keep making noise, make it as difficult for Martinsburg as they can.
4th and 11 for the Martinsburg Bulldogs. 1:58 to go in this ball game. Badgett in the shotgun. This is the ball game. Badgett rolls out, looking to throw. Has a receiver. Picked off! Ty Bartram picks him off!
I can't believe that the Martinsburg Bulldogs, the so-called unbeatable team, have turned into a turnover machine. 5 turnovers tonight. Have not looked good doing it.
Martinsburg has 1 timeout. 1 minute and 50 seconds to go.
First down, and it's over, guys. And I looked at the far sideline, and You see some of the folks who made the long trip from Martinsburg, they're heading to the exits.
Don't even risk a handoff. We'll see what they do.
They're in victory formation, guys.
Fouch takes the snap and knees it. Martinsburg uses their last timeout with 1 minute and 47 seconds to go.
The Wolves' Den is getting loud.
If this stays, they need to give the Coach of the Year award to Brad Dingus because he and his staff, Frank Arthur on the defensive side, Brad Dingus play calling, entire staff, they have worked their tails off for this along with this team, and they have put together an unbelievable game plan. They got to get the job done, though.
1 minute, 48 seconds to go for the upset of the year.
Martinsburg's coaches have left the press box.
That's a long walk for them.
Fouch under center. Takes the snap. Waits and then takes the knee. Smart play.
Actually, we're able to eat up about 2 or 3 extra seconds doing that.
They can milk this 42nd all the way down to 57 seconds on the game clock. There's 60 seconds left in this ball game. Spring Valley takes the knee. It is 4th and 14. There is a 10-second differential between the game and the play clock. Crosby Short will have to come out and punt this ball.
And you know they're going to go for the block. You would think. But in this spot, guys, you take the delayed game penalty.
Running out of the back of the end zone.
You can do that. Nice thinking there, Coach.
They're leaving the offense on the field. 16 seconds to go. Delay game with 10.3 seconds to go.
I think Coach Dingus used his last timeout.
Oh.
Yep. You have used as much clock as you can in this situation since Martinsburg had a timeout. Now, let's see how they handle this. The idea of the safety is valid.
It's another one of those moments where I don't envy being a coach.
Yeah. Well, Crosby Short, I'm watching him on the sideline. He's not going into the game, so they're going to keep the offense out there.
If they leave Martinsburg time, they're going to get the ball around the 25-yard line.
This is interesting. What do you do? I mean, we've gone through some options here. See where this goes.
It is not over.
No. You do not want to hand them a gift. Spring Valley's done such a good job of playing relatively mistake-free football all night. No turnovers. as compared to the 5 of Martinsburg. A little further discussion on the sidelines now with Bo Miller is actually doing some of the coaching right now with the Spring Valley offense. All right, the clock's on as far as the
previous play was a delay of game, 5-yard penalty. Now we have a timeout by the Timberwolves.
So this is the timeout now. Okay. This is a long last 20, 25 seconds, especially if you're a Timberwolves fan. This is like taking forever.
Yeah, it might be the longest timeout break I've ever seen.
But hopefully the payoff makes it worth it.
It looks like they added more time back to the game clock,
Okay.
up to 13 seconds.
Okay.
That changes your idea, too. 3 seconds is a lifetime in this regard.
10 seconds, you could snap the ball and have your quarterback scramble, like you said, run out of the back of the end zone. But 3 more seconds is a long time.
Still the offense.
You can cut the tension of the Wolves den with a knife.
They're in the shotgun. No wide receivers. They've packed in everybody. Martinsburg has nobody back. If you could just get off a kick, it will roll until the clock's out. He's going to run it into the end zone. And he's going to have Martinsburg chase him. He's at the 5. He's scrambling around. 4 seconds to go. He will take the sack in the end zone with 2.9 seconds, and the 3 seconds added just paid off for Martinsburg. That is a safety, and Spring Valley does have to kick it.
2.9 seconds left, 35 to 30.
Well, it's going to be a kick, but it's going to be a squib. There's no way this ball's going in the air. It'll be a knuckle dragger on the ground. And then it's just going to be up to your coverage guys to make a play. I'm sure we're going to possibly see if Martinsburg gets a chance, some of the old Cal Stanford into the game plays here. A lot of laterals.
.9 seconds.
Landon Mosser will be the kicker. He has to kick from his own 20. Bo Miller, the special teams coordinator, is giving them last-second instructions. They did exactly what they were supposed to do on the last play, taking the safety. They took 11 seconds off the clock. They needed to take 13. If you kick this deep, it is very dangerous. It's dangerous regardless. 2.9 seconds left. Spring Valley has to kick it. They lead by 5. Mosser gets the clearing. There's the whistle. Mosser kicks it right down to the 40. Martinsburg looking to run some Cal Stanford stuff. They throw it. He throws it forward. That is forward. And he's tackled anyways. Spring Valley wins the ball game. The beast from the east is slain again. 35-30. Spring Valley will be back on your home of Spring Valley Timberwolves football. 927 and 985, the Planet rocks.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
This is Chad Lovejoy, currently serving you in the West Virginia House of Delegates. It's been the honor of a lifetime to serve part of Wayne County and Charleston for the past 5 years. I've tried to be a strong voice for the communities of Westmoreland and Spring Valley, which are amazing places in West Virginia to live, work, and raise a family. Next spring, this House district will expand to include Cerrito and Canova, West Virginia's most livable small town and West Virginia's gateway to the West. I've consistently focused my service on our working families, local businesses, public schools, and our first responders. I've stood with our teachers and service personnel, police officers, EMTs, and firefighters, all serving on the front lines. I humbly ask for your vote for me, Chad Lovejoy, to return to the House of Delegates and use this experience for our entire region. Best of luck to the Timberwolves in today's game as we show what it really means to be Spring Valley strong.
Paid for by Lovejoy for House.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Reggie Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Hey! Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler? Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
Suffered an injury at the hands of another? Fighting to receive Social Security disability benefits? Under stress, wondering how your bills will be paid and if justice will be served? Let the staff at Kenneth P. Hicks, attorneys at law.
The Wolves have defeated the Bulldogs of Martinsburg, upsetting number one in the land, shocking the state of West Virginia, and laying waste to the entire playoff bracket.
Boy. And there's a bunch of guys that have been sitting in front of us tonight wearing green and gold, and they got big smiles on their faces. We're talking about the Huntington Highlanders, who are going to be the new number one team in the state after this one, and they're smiling. They've got a nice feeling in their heart as they leave Wolves Den tonight. But man, what a game! And all credit to Martinsburg. I'm so respectful of their program, but again, when you clobber people all year, when you dominate people, you've not been pushed. Absolutely. And I made the comment earlier in the second half, Mike, and I said, when they get their nose bloodied, which they got their nose bloodied when it got to 28, how do you respond? How do they respond? They turn the ball over again. They did not perform like a champion team. And again, if there's any Martinsburg fans listening to us here, I'm not being hard on them, but they just did not step up when the time came. Spring Valley did, and that's why, once again, the Timberwolves defeat the Martinsburg Bulldogs.
I'm one to give credit where credit is due, and the Bulldogs played a fantastic game tonight. They pushed Valley to the utter brink, but we said going into this game, Valley was going to win if they played every single player on the field, played the game of their career. And they absolutely 100% did tonight. Ty Bartram, best player in the state. I'm saying it right now. Kennedy finalist, if not winner.
Kennedy Award, folks, pay attention to this. 5 touchdowns tonight, both through the air and on the ground, making plays on defense, getting it done on both sides. I mean, you've got to give this guy his due. He's obviously a AAA All-Stater. There's no question about that.
And looking across the field, as great as Bartram was, every single player on the Valley team, whether it be offense, defense, special teams, everyone did a fantastic job. Cody Shy playing Mike linebacker. Everyone, Dalton Fouch, stepping up as the leader of this team on offense and keeping a cool head when he could have very easily buckled under pressure. Everyone, fantastic job.
This is such a feel-good win, and these guys needed it because they got knocked down a couple times this year. Midland and Huntington had their way, to be honest with you, overall in those games. And but man, when Spring Valley needed to put one together, did they put one together? Now the job's not done. They've got a home game with the Hurricane Redskins, who are quite capable, right here at the Wolves Den next week. I believe we're back to a 7:30 kick, so you can't just get overexcited about this one. There's job to do next week, and then it's postseason. And what the Timberwolves do with this win tonight and the points they are going to gain, they are putting themselves almost into to cement themselves for at least one home playoff game.
If my napkin math is
Your
correct,
napkin math.
and Spring Valley pulls off the win next week against Hurricane, it is possible, again, it's astrophysics figuring out how West Virginia does their playoff rankings.
Right.
It is possible Spring Valley could be in the top 4 or 5.
Yep. They get a ton of points for this one, obviously.
All right, take a quick look at scoreboard updates across the state of West Virginia. Again, number 8, Spring Valley, defeating the Beast in the East, the number 1 Martinsburg Bulldogs by a final score of 35-30. Number 4, Bridgeport lays waste to Musselman, 63-27. Number 5, Jefferson, leading Hedgesville, 35-0 in the third. Number 5, University, leaving no doubt against number 14, Morgantown. University wins 49-14. Number 7, big game for Spring Valley faithful. Number 7, Princeton versus number 9, Greenbrier East. Princeton leads 14-10 in the fourth. Number 10, South Charleston, traveling to Spring Valley's opponent next week, Hurricane, number 12. Hurricane leads the Black Eagles 28-27 in the fourth. Number 10, George Washington, traveling to Parkersburg. They lead the Big Reds 21-10 in the third. Number 13, John Marshall, finishes off Oak Glen. Final score 42-0. Number 15, Wheeling Park, trailing Parkersburg South 19-7 in the fourth. And number 16, Spring Mills, falls to Albert Galantine, Pennsylvania 15-7. And those are your ranked games in AAA. Again, tonight, the most amazing football that I believe the Wolves Den has seen in a long time. A fantastic job done by every single player wearing the Navy tonight. Your Spring Valley Timberwolves victorious over the Martinsburg Bulldogs, 35-30.
Coaching staff, players, support staff, you name it. Everybody got the job done tonight, and this is one of the biggest moments in the still brief history of this program. There's been some big wins. I mean, there's been some big efforts, but this is right up there at the top, among the top.
So keep your dial locked in to 95 or 92.7 and 98.5, The Planet, next week for a 7:30 kick against Hurricane
Redskins. And a reminder that, again, tomorrow we got Kentucky Wildcat football here on The Planet on the air at 5, kickoff at 7, UK at Mississippi State.
So, for Matt Perry, Bill Cornwell, this is Mike Myers saying good night and go Wolves.